get us started.
It's me.
Shoot, awesome. So you guys are sort of around the job board in the guild hall over in. Let's get at the map.
Oh, sorry, DM. Can I make my announcement?
Yeah, no, go ahead, definitely.
Sorry about that, folks. Some of you played with me before, I think. Just to let you know, I'm disabled in real life. It's possible that I will space out or forget things that happened seconds or minutes ago. If you think I've done that, you're welcome to speak up. I don't mind. I won't complain. It's fine for you to do that. Hasn't really been a problem. There's also a small chance I might pass out entirely and disappear. So don't worry about that if it happens. I do apologise. There's nothing I can do about it. That's all. Thank you very much.
No worries, man.
Awesome. So you guys are over in the guild hall by the lines of Lesia, right there. And you are gathered around the job board. And as you look around, it's pretty early in the morning. There's a few people coming in and picking up some jobs. And who was this making again? Was it you, Palora? Or
Yes,
Riordin?
Palora, yes. Or Riordin, whichever.
So Riordin, as you're there looking at job board, you see one that catches your eye. As you guys may also be around this sort of area, you sort of see a group of halflings all armed with swords, axes. One of them has a very large wand, probably twice the size of its actual body, and they're all being sort of obnoxiously loud this morning, sort of hyping themselves up for a job. But regardless, you see this one that looks fairly interesting. It looks more like an advertisement actually than a job request. And it reads as follows in the chat. If you don't want to read it, I can read it out loud. But if you do want to read it, go ahead.
Please, you read it since your English is better.
I will read it. It is titled The Beatdown, and it reads as follows. Come one, come all, to the capital Vescala. These people need entertainment, and we intend to provide. We need brawlers, skull crushers, magic wielders, and wound patches. We pay well to any and all who come to fight the beasts we have in store for you. Or if you wish to attend the spectacle with your two very own eyes, tickets can be purchased in the city at the gate of the Colosseum for a mere 5 gold each. To those of you brave enough to come on and take the challenge and fight our creatures of pain, go to the Demon Dog Tavern, where we have hired out the place for all our participants. Contract must be signed upon entry.
That sounds interesting. I'll take it. Yoink. And I lift in the air. Friends, comrades in arms, I have a job, maybe. Anyone up for a brawl in an arena? Possibly to the death. As you're seeing...
I'm just coming back. Oh.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Riordin is a tall and slender wood elf. He's plain looking. He has green eyes with long blonde hair flowing past the shoulder. He is wearing a half plate with a blue sash across the chest and a large tower shield on his back with a white star on a blue field.
Sweet.
Go ahead. Come on,
Awesome.
come on.
As Razorblade was just walking into Guild Hall, coming in from his late night jaunts in the cemetery, practicing his necromancy. So yeah, what was that about a job? Do I get to kill somebody?
Looks like you get to kill monsters if you're on it.
Ah, well, you've got me. I'm in.
Excellent. How does Razor look?
Razor is a half elf, half drow. He's got gray skin and white dreadlocks that go down to his shoulders. He's also the draconic sorcerer, so he's got dragon scales that come out of his arms, the length of his arms, down to his hands, and his eyes burn red with just pain and suffering that he's endured throughout his life. About 6'2". You know, just chilling.
Cool. Welcome to the party. Pleasure
Yeah,
to have
thanks.
you. Anyone else? Anyone else?
Yes, I see 3 people gathering up for a job. I approach them and ask them if they have anything interesting. And Otto is a little halfling, about 3 feet tall, scruffy traveler's clothes, a hat like you see on the token, but old, crumbled with some holes in it, and he's covered in all kinds of gear, pickaxe, shovel, hammer, etc.
Riordin will pass him the note and say, looks like a fight in an arena, involving monsters and glory.
Fighting. That seems cool. I haven't done a lot of fighting since I came here. I'm in.
Excellent. And I will also see Lily and shout at him, Lily, I need one more. Come on. I know you're good in a fight. I could use you.
Lily will speak up. Let's see, just get my description here. So Lily is a halfling woman. She's quite sort of muscular. She's got pretty dark skin and big dark eyes. She's only wearing a linen tunic and carrying, at the moment, a great big broom where she's been sweeping up. And she says, if you have a job, I will take it.
Are you fine with killing monsters in an arena for the entertainment of others?
I take what I am given, she says.
Aye, that will do.
I'll be right back. She scoots out and comes back a few minutes later with a quarterstaff.
Excellent. We don't need anything for the road, do we? Like rations and the like?
You guys would also know that the city of Vascala is around a 2 days walk from the mines where you are. And if you open the journal, I'll actually have a long distance travel guide tab you can open up. And if we take it from the middle, it's around about a 42, 43 mile journey. However, it does go straight across the town of Haroon as well.
Can I maybe buy a potion of healing before we set off?
You can buy what you want. There'll also be plenty of markets in the town of Haroon as well as you travel, as well as in the guild.
I wouldn't worry about it. I'll handle that if it comes to it. I also have a spare for you. I'll give it to you once we get to Vascala in case you need it. But the good God Corolon provides those who believe in him. I believe we shall be fine.
Otto's gonna purchase a potion of healing, just in case. His faith doesn't hold up.
Disbeliever.
So we don't need rations?
Well, your character would know that it needs some sort of food.
I'm going to buy some rations.
Okay.
I've been to Haroon. There's plenty of food there. And a nice tavern.
Yeah,
And I
you
lived
made
in
me nervous.
I lived in Vascala.
And Lily, living in Dascala, you would know that the Demon Dog Tavern is quite renowned for being brutish and for people there of questionable means. It's a bit of a town or a tavern that's sort of brushed under the carpet a bit, a grey area in the law. There's a couple of questionable people in there often. And it's quite frequently they have bar fights as well.
Okay.
Isn't that all of
Yes.
Vascala?
This place, I know it when I was a child. Yes. You might need some help when you go there. Lots of fighting. People used to fly out of the door when I was nearby.
Oh, that sounds even more interesting. My interest
Healing
is
potions are 50 GP, right?
It was always
Healing
nice.
potions 50. Anyways, as you guys buy any provisions you need from the guild hall, you head over to the cartographers, and you have this map, and they also have copies you can take along with you on your journey.
I'll take one.
Yeah, anyone who wants one can have one.
I'll take a map. And healing potions.
Awesome. And Lily, from your map of the Scala, you would know that this Demon Dog Tavern you need to go to is just to the east, about 2 blocks to the east of the Colosseum, which is a massive circular building, which is pretty obvious to see when you get into the city. It sort of towers over a lot of the other buildings in there.
Righto. Yeah, it's a sort of thing Lily would know about.
And you'd also know that around the tavern, it's all these sort of secret alleyways, basements, a bit sketchy.
Yep. Yeah, I can see it now. That's definitely this sort of place Lily would have grown up in. So it all makes sense. That's good.
Mm.
Right. I'm ready to leave, by the way, when everyone else is.
Riordin's ready to leave as well.
I'm ready.
And as you go to leave, what travel pace would you like to take? Fast, normal, or slow? If it is in the long distance travel guide on the journal, I think you will have access to that.
When's the job for? How long in the future?
It's just that it's around about half a week, so you have around about 4 days before it starts.
You should take the normal path. Normal.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Awesome. And if you do a forced march, you could get there in 1 day, although as it reads, you do risk exhaustion. Or you can stop in the town of Haroon, or you can make camp anywhere you'd like. And
Haroon's right in the center. We should probably stop there and just
Sleep at
for the
tavern,
night.
yeah.
Lily's been to the Haroon Inn before on another job, so she can bring you to it, although it's very obvious.
Yeah, so we start walking north of Ascala, stopping Haroon for the night, if we can make it before the night. And then keep going the next morning, if something doesn't happen on the way.
Sweet. So there's actually a main pathway going up to the north towards Haroon. And anyone who's been to Haroon before would know Haroon has 3 main paths, which many travellers or far travellers use. One going north, one going east, and one going south, which runs straight past the Guildhall. And as you guys start travelling up this pathway, you leave quite early in the morning, and you're sort of due to arrive sort of late afternoon, just before sunset. And as you're walking down, you come across these not gnomes, sorry, halflings you saw before. The ones that some of you saw in the Guildhall, and Lily, one of them, gave you a bit of a wink as you had a look over towards them. And they're sort of you sort of see them resting along the pathway, and they sort of seem a little bit worn out. Breathing. Some of them seem a bit sweaty, and even the one that smiled at you, Lily, has a bit of blood across his cheek. Although, as far as you can tell, none of them look visibly wounded or injured.
I'll approach the chap who smiled at me and say, "Hello there, sir. Are you all right? You look like something happened."
It's you again. I'm quite all right. We just had a fight. Ah, those guys.
Who fought you here in the road?
Oh no, it's those people that think they're going to some sort of fighting tournament, trying to prove their manliness. They were tough. They really gave us a run for our money. I managed to fight them back a bit, but they ended up knocking one of us out, and then after that we laid down our arms, and they carried on with their journey.
Lily's going to pull out her medicine kit and patch him up.
Sure. You go to patch him up, and he doesn't really have any visible wounds, although he sort of points to a spot on his head, and underneath is a buzz cut because it's a sort of a thick buzz cut. But if you sort of part the little strands of hair, you see
Yeah.
like a little bit of a purple patch where he's bruised and been bonked over the head.
Oh. Okay. All right. Is anyone? You said someone was knocked down.
Oh yeah, that would have been me.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I see. I can see where you've been bumped. Okay, Lily's going to apply. This is kind of out of turn, but Lily's going to apply some magic. Where is it now? Excuse me for a moment.
Awesome. And as you do this, a sort of the purple bruise sort of starts to turn a more of a green color as it's rapidly increasing on the healing process there, and then slowly turning into a skin color from there onwards.
There you go.
So, thank you. The pain's almost completely gone. Wow.
So who are you? Where are you going?
Well, much like yourselves, we're from the Forged Concordance. We're heading up to Greenhaven. We have a job there. We need to. Well, it's some farmer has his goats and they keep going missing. So we've been sent to sort that out. Where are you going, and the rest of your group?
Be careful. I had a job with goats going missing, and there was a giant worm came out of the ground. So keep an eye out. We couldn't get the worm to come out. You just had to wait for it.
Giant worm, you say?
Yeah, really, really big worm. You know, like well, I don't know, as big as a house.
Oh wow! Well, we'll certainly keep a lookout for that. Is there any weaknesses you remember from this worm in case we run into it? Or did you kill it?
It doesn't move very fast. If you stand where it came up last and wait, it pops out and then you can whack it.
Ah, gotcha. Well, thank you for the information. Where are you guys headed anyway?
Yeah, we're off to Vascala.
I'll gesture at our leader.
Evening. Yeah, we're off
hello there.
to Vascala on a job. Yes.
Oh wow, why? You're quite a tall fellow. Vascala, what business do you have in Vascala? Please tell me it's not about fighting tournaments, is it? Those guys from before, they were quite brutish.
Actually, it is. Although we heard it mostly involved fighting monsters.
Yeah, that's what they said as well. But they still wanted to hone their skills on us. If you go there, be careful. You should watch out for these fellas. Let me try and remember. What did they look like? There was 3 of them. One of them had horns. He looks a bit like a cow or a goat. A very tall fellow. The other one was grey as stone, equally tall and muscular, and a woman wearing this sort of red shirt with a tattoo across her arm. Those 3. Watch out for them. They're dangerous.
Well, so are we. But thanks for the insight.
Anyways, I think we're gonna rest up here for 30 odd minutes or so. Get some sausage rolls. Get some hot potatoes down our stomachs, and then we'll be off.
Well, good luck on your job. See you back at the guild. Hopefully.
Yes. Same goes for you. Hopefully we'll see you back at the guild as well. And they sort of turn back to their own means, and they start talking to each other.
Riordin will look at the party to see if anyone else wants to talk to them. And if not, he'll start working up towards Heron.
Heard. And if anyone else wants to go to talk to them, they're sort of around for the time being. Anyways,
Lily's content to move on.
heard. And you guys carry on up towards the town of Haroon. And as you sort of start approaching it, you start seeing plenty of farmland, and you can see you can see some people off in the distance, either side of the pathway. Some very small figures. You know this one figure sort of standing on top of a hillside, with his arms sort of out, sort of like in a T pose, just standing completely still. And then on the other side, you see a figure, and he seems to have some sort of a pitchfork like tool, and he's grazing it across the land. And from passive perceptions, both Lily and Riordin would have noticed that the figure standing in this sort of T pose on the hill is actually a scarecrow.
Nice.
And on the other side, you'd see you guys would notice that the farmer is harvesting some crops and making and then reploughing the land. And as you keep on approaching Haroon, you see some more houses around, and before you know it, you're sort of going towards the center, and you've been traveling for around 8 hours now. So you sort of get to the end of your travel as you guys are getting fairly exhausted. You guys may have consumed a ration. You guys probably would have consumed a ration at this point, and along the way there would have been spring water places to refill your water bottles. So you don't need to get rid of that. Cool. And as you start to approach the town of Haroon, there's still some people out. The marketplace is still pretty bustling and busy. And Lily, that tavern you remember before, the Old Western's Inn. You guys sort of see off in the distance down this like market town, and it's pretty obvious this town is filled with travelers and adventurers. A lot of people here are pretty well armed, pretty well geared, and they also look fairly capable beings, much like yourselves.
Here's the place I was at before.
Well, shall we? Riordin's gonna enter the tavern and approach the bar. Evening!
And as you guys approach the tavern, and is everyone going in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Heard. You guys head into the tavern, and as you look around, it's pretty busy. And you said you wanted to approach the bar?
Yes. Excuse me,
And
coming through.
you
Pardon?
and you see this sort of tiefling bartender here, fairly well dressed. And he goes, welcome to the Old Western. How can I help you there, sir?
Now, thank you for the welcome. I would like a glass of wine and 1 banana, if you have it.
Glass of wine. Is that red, white, rosé? We have a
Red.
fine selection here.
Let's go with it.
Red wine. By the glass or by the bottle?
A bottle should be fine.
And he sort of pulls out a bottle of red wine. And he goes, this is a 1868 bottle of Berserken. A very delicate red wine. This will cost you around 5 copper pieces.
That is fine. Thank you.
And he sort of hands you the bottle of wine and pulls out. How many glasses was that before, sir?
Just start with 1.
And he passed you one wine glass to pour the bottle out into.
Thank you. I wait for the party from the bar to come over.
And Razor and Lily, as you guys sort of approach this table here, you notice this Warforged here sort of casually kind of glances over to you, a little bit curious, and then turns back to his conversation.
Does anyone in
Okay.
this... Sorry. Go ahead.
Go on.
Does anyone in this bar look like the people the halflings warned us about?
No, you don't see any of the muscular horned fellow, nor the sort of more greyish stone-like skinned muscular fellow and the woman wearing with the tattoo and red coat. You don't see any of them in this bar.
No, okay.
Otto will also approach the bar and ask for a menu, like what they got.
Heard. And these two guys sort of go off with their drinks, sit down, and as you approach the bar member, he goes, menu. We sort of hand you this this pamphlet, and it reads pork belly apple pie, sausage roll, roast chicken and beef, carvery stew, and it also has broccoli soup.
Yeah. I'll take a sausage roll and a nail, please.
And he sort of turns and yells towards the kitchen, "One sausage roll!" And you can hear some scrambling in there. He pulls out a tankard, fills it up with some ale, and he hands it over to you. And he'd say, that'll be 4 copper, please.
Yeah, I'll hand him a gold and say, make it 5 silver pieces.
Heard. Thank you. And he goes and sort of puts the gold coin in this sort of basket he has in the back, and he opens up a little chest and gets out 5 silver pieces, and it sort of chucks them on the table and slides it over to you.
Thanks. And I'll take my ale and sip on it and wait till we find a table.
Heard. And Riordin, as you start drinking this wine, it's definitely not as if you've had wine before. It's definitely not as good as he spoke it up to be. Although it was pretty cheap for the wine side, and it's definitely it definitely tastes what it's worth.
That's acceptable.
And the bartender sort of goes over to you guys, Lily, and Razor goes, "Can I get you fellas anything as well?"
Mead, please.
A mead. Let's have a look. Would you like the Firehelm mead or the Sailor's mead?
What do you recommend?
Well, the Firehelm's mead's got a bit more spice to it, a bit more of a kick. But
that's what I want.
But the Sailor's mead is a little bit more mellow tasting and sweet.
Yes, let me get the mead with the kick.
Awesome. And he sort of turns around, pulls out a bottle, and the bottle's artwork is sort of covered in fire, and the mead has a bit more of a red tinge to it than normal mead. But he pours you a glass. He sort of hands it over to you, and if you were to go drink it or give it a bit of a smell, it's got quite a strong aroma, and it sort of smells a little bit like licorice and chili mixed together. It has a bit of a weird smell like that. It definitely got a feel of a bit of spice in there.
Thank you, sir. What's the damage?
That'll be well, this is the drink to get drunk quickly. Fairly cheap. 2 copper pieces.
2 gold pieces?
2 copper.
Oh, 2 copper. I was like, damn, you trying to rob the dry? What? I flicked down a silver piece.
Thank you. I'll get your change right away, sir.
Nah, no change required.
No change required? Oh, well, quite a valiant, honourable drinker you are.
Don't tell anyone.
Yes. Valiant, honourable drinker you are. Shh.
That's better.
Bartender, if we have 3 more glasses over here, I desire to share this wonderful wine with the rest of my party. And I make the biggest, fakest smile you've ever seen.
Okay. He is probably going to roll insight on that.
Sure. I'm not trying to hide the fact that I don't think it's the most wonderful wine ever.
Yeah, he's sort of okay. He definitely noticed that you're sort of lying a little bit, but he sort of takes it as a trying to be nice rather than an insult. And he goes, "Oh yes, well, of course, our wine is fantastic." And he sort of pulls out 3 more glasses and hands them over to you.
I gesture at the party after pouring wine in everyone. Have at it. It's worth every copper.
And by this time, you guys see a sort of somebody walk round, and out of the kitchen, he sort of comes around and he's holding like a rolling pin, and he sort of doesn't throw, but he sort of places a sausage roll down on the table on a nice little plate there, silvered plate, and he sort of who is this one for again? He goes, the small fellow over there in the hat.
Well, yeah, that's me. Bring it over here.
And he sort of oh, okay. You start walking off, and he goes, ah, and he comes out the kitchen. Where'd you go? And he sort of places it on the table there for you.
Make him work for it.
To get at the table too.
Well, you guys just gonna have this table.
Our friend has the right idea, and I start walking to the table as well.
Awesome. He heads back into the kitchen. And Lily, as you go over and you sort of watch or listening to this table here with the Warforged, you sort of listening to their conversation. You can hear them talk about a fishing trip they went on, and how they almost caught a koi skipper, which is a very, very large fish from what you can gather from their conversation. And apparently this fellow here almost caught one before it broke his fishing rod clean in two. And sort of the other 3 people at the table sort of having a bit of a chuckle around his failure to almost catch this fish.
Lily will lean over and say, "Did it have teeth?"
And the Warforged sort of looks at you and goes, teeth? You mean the fish?
The big fish, did it have teeth?
I don't know. Did it have teeth, Jonathan? And he sort of turns to you and goes, yeah, it had teeth.
Oh, I was told not to trust a fish with teeth.
Ah, well, it sells for plenty on the market. Fish of that rarity. Anyway, what brings you here to this tavern?
This person, and I'll gesture at who's actually the list maker? I've lost track.
Riordin.
I'll gesture at Riordin. Him.
I wave. Hello. Have a nice evening, is it?
And he sort of leans back on his chair past this elven woman and sort of raises his tankard to you. And he goes, yes, a good evening indeed. A good evening indeed. And you sort of get the sense that he's maybe not drunk, but sort of leaning towards the tipsy side.
That's fine.
Was this fish in the sea?
And he sort of goes, oh, no. This was at a nearby lake. I've never caught one before. It was so close. And he's sort of daydreaming to himself.
A fish saved my life once, you know.
A fish? Saving your life? How did that happen?
I ate him. And she wanders off.
Nice.
And they sort of turn back to the conversation, and the Riordin, Razor, and Otter. You hear this elven woman sort of turn to them, and she sort of says something in Elvish to this fellow down here, and this fellow, as they're both elves. And
would I be able to hear it?
Confused. And yep, anyone who speaks Elvish, sort of in this area, would definitely hear it. And sort of goes, what a strange fellow, butting into a conversation like that. Anyways, where were we? And they sort of turn back to common, so the Warforged can participate in the conversation.
I ignore that.
Lily's looking at this bardic person here.
And as you approach, he sort of has this he sort of has his little instrument there. I think it's I don't know what little instrument that is. Is it a lute? He has a lute there, and he also has a little lute case sort of laid out on the floor in front of him. And there's sort of a few copper pieces in there, a few silver, and there's only around 1 or 2 gold pieces in there. But there's no electrum or platinum, and he's sort of playing a tune for the bar, and it's sort of quite a happy, upbeat melody, and he's sort of just focused on his music.
I'll listen to the music for a little bit, see if I can recognise the tune.
Awesome. And you sort of listen to the music for a bit, and you sort of hear it sort of go. Forgive my humming.
Ah.
And you may recognize
Just thinking, that was humming was good enough. I had to roll high, but I got it.
Sweet.
Okay, Lily's going to try and join in with her flute.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Okay.
Awesome. And sorry, who said they were joining in?
Lily's going to join in with her flute.
Awesome. Yeah. You sort of pull out your flute, and you sort of roll me a performance check, please.
Performance check.
Or you can roll your flute. Either one works.
They're kind of the same because I'm proficient. So I think.
So whatever you feel like.
There you go. Oh, no, not so good.
You start playing your flute. You sort of try and get the hang of the tune. Every now and again, you sort of get it a little bit off note. But this fellow here seems, he doesn't mind too much. Although this fellow comes around here, sort of turns around, and he goes, "Boo! Get off the stage! You ruined the music, man."
Be nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll stop playing. I'm not very good at tunes.
Yeah, don't worry, Lily. Practice makes perfect.
And Riordin, as you sort of approach this guy, he goes, "Mind your own business, will ya?" And he sort of turns back to his. The
little one is my business.
Well, I've come here and pay for the music and the good beer. I didn't mean to offend. I just don't want to have this atmosphere ruined.
Fair enough, but you could be more polite next time. Some people, especially adventurers, tend not to respond well to that kind of rudeness. Have a good evening, and I'll toss 1 silver to the bar. Keep on playing, friend.
Allow me to. May I refill your drink, sir? She'll say to the chap she offended with her flute.
He sort of turns to you and goes, "Oh no, there's really no need. But if you'd like to, I'd happily welcome it. But again, there's no need." And as you throw the bill of money into the bard's sort of loot case, he sort of doesn't thank you as he's playing his music, but he sort of gets a bit more enthusiastic and definitely gives you a great big smile as his music sort of steps up a tone.
Excellent.
And he sort of turns to Lily and goes, and sort of he sort of dismisses you with his hand a bit.
Okay,
he's
I'll
a
back off.
lovely antisocial here.
I just nod and move away.
Hello? Sorry to interrupt your fun. Now, I might be a dick, but I hate doing this in middle of sessions, I assure you. Riser, when was your last game?
Around noonish.
Was it 24 hours ago?
No.
Yeah, you probably should read the rules better, as you can't play 2 games in one day.
All right.
Yeah, no, that's kind of on you.
Yeah.
For the most part, as suckish as this might sound, like you just shouldn't have been on the list from the beginning. So you guys kind of have to find a new player.
All right. Yeah, you guys can do that. I'll worry about getting someone else.
Are you sure?
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, that's my job done. I'm sorry for the interruption, guys. Enjoy the rest of your game.
No worries.
And
Thanks for the hard
Otto
work.
and Riordin, you sort of see Razor with his drink here. He sort of drinks a bit of the wine you perhaps give him, and he sort of starts feeling a little bit ill, so he takes leave.
Okay, feel good. I will roll a d10 to see how well this tasted to Otto, this sausage roll. Was okay. He will want to refill his ale to flush it down a little better.
And the bartender happily refills your ale, and he goes, this one's on the house because of your generous tip one of your friends gave earlier.
Oh, very well, thank you. If there's a drink for you in this tip, you might want to drink some as well.
That's much appreciated, although I'm not allowed to drink on the job, but I shall have it after my shift.
Be sure to come to our table if you still see us. Love to have you around.
I'll definitely have a think about it. Thank you. And if you guys need a place to stay for the night, we can discuss room prices and purchases after your meal and drink. Approach me after when you're looking to go to sleep.
Sounds great. He huddled back to the table.
Riordin's gonna keep drinking his wine and watching Lily do her thing.
I'm checking these people out here. They look interesting. This is just having a look. She's just looking at people, so she's a bit of a starer. So she goes around like just looking at people.
Awesome. And Lily, as you go over there and approach these fellows, you sort of see a lizard folk and sort of this elderly man, and it's sort of they're sort of having some drinks. As you sort of approach their table, they sort of have quite a stench of alcohol. These guys are drinking some pretty strong stuff, and they sort of this old man looks at you and goes, "Oh, young lady, what do we owe you pleasure?"
I'm sorry, could you say that again? That's what I literally say.
Okay. And he goes, young lady, what do we owe you pleasure?"
Well, I'm pleased that you are pleased by me just standing here.
You remind me of my ex-wife. She also stood places. And he sort of cackles a bit, leaning back in his chair. His face is rosy red. His nose is a bit red, and he's sort of drooling a little bit. And he's sort of well, not drooling. He's sort of drooling in drunkenness. He's very slow.
He's suffering from the poisoned condition.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could I bring you some water? You look like you might need some water.
Water?
Yes, you know.
What sort of drink is that? I've never heard of this water. Get me a nice glass of that hellfire mead.
Okay. So she's going to scoot off back to the bar. She'll get him a mead and a water.
Okay. And again, the guy with a sort of give you a tankard of mead, of this hellfire mead, very spicy aroma, yes again, and another one filled with some spring water.
Thank you. She'll drop whatever pay, whatever's needed.
Awesome. It's like, yes, that's 2 copper, and then the water would be 1.
No problem. Yep, she'll pay that. Thank you. And then run over here. Here you are. She give them both.
And as you approach, you sort of the old man's snoring, and appears to be asleep. As his buddy here, the lizard folk, is sort of trying to shake him to wake him up.
You might want to make sure he drinks this, or he's going to have a very bad headache. And I'll ask the lizard folk the water.
And the lizard folk sort of takes it and gives you like a little bit of a bow, and he goes, well, thank you. And sorry if he caused you any discomfort. He's rather silly when he drinks.
Not a bit of it. And you may as well have this. And I'll give him the mead. Or them the mead.
He goes, well, thank you. I shall definitely drink this and keep it away from him.
Lily bows. She's going to wander off and have a look at these people. I'm just sort of killing time at the moment because we're looking for a player. So
keep going until we're there to stop.
Yeah, do butt in.
After 2 ales and a glass of wine, Otto will be pretty tipsy and drop off his backpack and gear on the table. Say to Riordin, like, watch this, will you? He like huddle over to the musician and start dancing.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. You could roll a performance on that if you'd like to see how well you dance. Depending on if you think being drunk will give you advantage or disadvantage, you can flavour that how you'd like. I can see how it could give you both advantage because confidence, but then disadvantage because drunkenness. So you can give yourself advantage or disadvantage depending on what you feel is more appropriate to yourself, or straight roll.
I will go for advantage since he's not really dancer normally.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, you do your dance just fits the tune amazingly well. And in fact, this fella here, this elven fella here, sort of turns around and he sort of goes, "Very good, very good." And he sort of get him in the mood, and he gets up and he's going to start he's going to join.
Yeah, come on. And I turn to the musician, turn it up a little bit, get some heat going.
And as he starts dancing, he dances like nowhere near as well as you, but he's getting in there. He's getting into it. He's a bit passionate, although his moves are questionable. He doesn't have very good dance moves. And
I'll
again,
try
he
to
sort of starts bobbing and gets more into the song.
I'll try to guide him a little bit on his dancing skills.
Yeah, awesome. He's like, how do you do that with your feet? My feet, they just can't make those movements.
We'll do it slower. Look, just like this. Very easy, very easy. Take another ale. That will get you in the mood.
I see. So you twist your hips like this, right?
Oh, yeah. That's better.
And he's sort of yeah, okay. And he's sort of doing the dance where I was going to find a gif for it, but he's sort of just twisting his hips. You know when he's sort of pointing his fingers, sort of doing the finger waggle dance. He's sort of trying to find it. He's sort of doing this. If it's in game 2, the gif, sort of next to you, sort of to rotating his hips, sort of wiggling his arms around.
Yeah, and Otto will just be vibing here in the corner a little bit.
Okay. In the meantime, let's actually see if we can get a 4th player.
Apparently
Just
not.
talking to someone. I may have got Leon. He's a steel 6. I don't know if that's too much or.
No, it's fully open.
If he wants in.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Leon.
Hello.
You need someone?
Yeah, we need 4 players, so that's good. Hello, Leon.
Right.
Maybe we'd
What's the
like to-
game link?
The game link is I'll
Okay,
post it in Game 2 room.
Yeah. Okay. I saw it. I'll.
That's sweet. And I'll just quickly catch you up. So
Right.
the party was in the guild hall and found a job board, and it reads as follows: "Come one, come all to the capital of Escala. These people need entertainment, and we intend to provide. We need brawlers, skull crushers, magic wielders, and wound patchers. We pay well to any any and all who come to fight the beasts we have in store for you. Or if you wish to attend the spectacle with your 2 very own eyes, tickets can be purchased in the city at the gate of the Colosseum for a mere 5 gold each. To those of you
So-
brave enough to come take on the challenge and fight our creatures of pain, go to the Demon Dog Tavern, where we hide out the place for all participants. Contracts must be signed upon entry."
So basically, it's a tournament. What I gather.
Yeah, it's sort of like a fighting tournament, fighting challenge. But so far, the party members have walked off. It's about 2 days' travel, and they're stopping off at the Old Westerns Inn over in the town of Haroon, where they're currently sort of chatting, getting on, role playing, and they having their drinks and food. And they met some halflings on the way that got roughed up by a couple of the other participants, which were flavoured as a minotaur, an earth ganassi, and a human woman.
Okay. I think I'm in. I exported, but I don't see anyone in the room. Wait. Did I get the right room? Oh no.
I think you've gotten the wrong room because I don't have you.
Okay. We are using this tavern in our home game, so I know this tavern.
Solid. And just to flavour it, so far, the bartender here has been serving people drinks. People have been getting on pretty well with him. This table here is sort of half getting on with the party, and one of the members is actually dancing a Watto down here with the bard playing tavern music. These 2 guys up here are getting very drunk and silly. One of them fell asleep. And then this fella down here has been a little bit rude, although unintentionally.
Okay.
Understand
For short, I'm paladin who focuses mostly on protection.
Awesome. And if you'd like to introduce your character further, you can go ahead now.
Yeah, he's like 6'2", a bit of a beard. I know the image has a halberd, but he's currently using a spear and a shield. But he, stand behind him if you need someone with high AC. That's the best I can tell you.
Heard.
You have a healer or not?
Yes, we do. Riordin
Okay.
is the healer.
Very good.
Awesome. And who was doing what? So Riordin, what were you doing? I know Lily was sort of moving around, speaking to everyone, and Otto's having a bit of a dance party with the elf down there.
Well, drinking the wine and watching Lily run around.
Awesome. And Leon, what would you like to do?
I'll go up to the bartender and ask for a drink. And yeah.
So he goes, what can we get you? We got water, we got 2 different types of mead, some red wine, some white wine. We have some lagers here, as well as some moonshine.
Do you have
Rum.
milk?
Milk?
Yes, milk. Sorry, I'm a big fan of milk.
Let me ask in the kitchen. We usually use it for cooking, but I'm sure we can sort something out for you. And so he
Thank
sort
you.
of goes off into the kitchen. You can sort of hear a little conversation. He's like, "Do you have any milk? Milk? What's ever for? Well, for a drink. Oh, sure." And he sort of comes out with like a whole bucket of milk. Looks like it's been placed underneath the cow. And he sort of dips he sort of washes his hands very thoroughly, gets a nice sterile glass, dips it into the bucket of milk and out again, and he sort of hands you this full glass. And he goes, well, I guess that'd be 2 copper pieces. I've never really dealt milk before.
Okay, just for trouble, I'll give him a silver piece. Keep the change, mate.
Oh wow, you and your party have been very generous today. Thank you. And he sort of
You're
starts
welcome.
hauling off this big bucket of milk back to the kitchen.
So I'll turn to the rest of the party who isn't standing from me. So
As you turn around, you'll
Yeah.
find Lily's quietly standing just right behind you, like a bit too close.
Okay, I'm just gonna look at Lily and I'm gonna think to myself, yeah, okay, not dealing with this. So we are looking for who again? Sorry.
We're going to Vascala to fight in a tournament. Supposedly,
Oh,
it
yeah.
mostly involves fighting creature, but might be
I'm
some
actually
adventurers as
good
well
at
involved.
tournaments, so I like them.
Something different from me, that's why I chose it. Are you sure you didn't look different before? Well, must be the wine. Don't worry about Lily, she's like this. At least she was like
Yeah,
this the last time I was on an adventure with her.
I've met Lily a few times. She's
Excellent.
special.
How are you, Leon?
I'm good, thank you. I'm ready for some exercise. It's been a while.
It's very nice to see you. We had another fellow, but he got sick, and it's so nice that you could come.
Yeah, anything to do to help my guildmates out.
Well then, we have a long day ahead. Unless somebody else wants to, unless you wanna keep going on to the night with the party, I'll be up in my room sleeping. I'm gonna go actually ask for a room because I didn't do that.
And Otto, are you like, what are you doing to this fella down here? You're sort of on top of him.
No, I was like, if I see Leon
got it.
approaching the party, I will go over him and ask him who will join us on their journey to Ascala.
If you will allow me, yes, I bring my shield and my spear, and I can also heal you guys up if need be.
Yeah.
Well, that's a fella. You want to ale?
And what's quite nice as well is Town of Rune is actually fairly renowned for travellers, adventurers. So Leon, you perhaps could have been coming back from another job or
Yeah,
any.
I have in my
and-
backstory something that makes me travel. So
Yeah. So you can flavour that how you will.
okay, yeah, thank you.
And
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was on my way back to the guild, but I have a bit of time. If you need some company to Vascala for the tournament.
I think it would be good. The job is in a difficult part of town, near where I grew up. Quite boisterous.
All right. I would say lead the way if you know the place.
Well, in the morning.
All right, that's fine.
Oh yeah, Leon. Also, these guys have had 8 hours of travel. Any more
Okay.
suffer exhaustion or chance?
Okay, yeah. It's good that I know. Thank you.
And Riordin, as you approach this guy, he goes, I'm looking for more drink, maybe some food.
I think it's enough for today, but we are looking for 2 rooms. And
2 rooms.
maybe a breakfast in the morning.
Well, breakfast in the morning can be purchased perhaps on the house, as you guys have given us some very nice tips. Although, what sort of room would you like? We have an ensuite of which is 5 gold per night, a king's room, which is 3 gold per night, or a communal room, which is 1 gold per night.
I'll take the. Wait, is that for each room or for 2 rooms? How big are the 5 gold rooms?
Well, the 5 gold rooms, they contain a washing place, a bathtub, a toilet, and a very large double bed. The king's room provide a double bed, a single bed, but you don't get your own toilet or what place of wash. You have to use the public sharing one, and then the communal rooms contain 4 single beds each, apart from one in the corner which contains 3 single beds, and also a place to store your items in a safely locked chest. I assure you.
Well, I'll take the communal room. I pass him 1 gold.
And he sort of passes me a gold coin. He goes, thank you. You shall take the room up the stairs, and it is just straight up the corridor. You don't go left. You just go straight up. And then right, and there's a room there with 4 beds. You guys can use that one. And then the toilets are to the left, and the first 2 doors on the right, and then the third door on the right are the public washrooms, which you may use.
Excellent, thank you.
And he passes you the key to the room, and on the front it says room number 1 on it.
Cool. Alright, everyone, we're in room number 1.
All right, sounds good.
I'll be there if
Okay.
you need me.
And don't worry, I'm sworn to chastity. Could I look at that key?
Sure, I'll pass Lily the key.
Lily's looking at the key with interest.
And as you look in the key, it sort of looks like like an all metal key. Although where it says number 1, it's sort of like this sort of chained onto the end of the key, and it's this big wooden block with like number 1 carved into it, which makes it unnecessarily heavy.
Difficult to put in your pocket.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to put in your pocket.
Yeah.
You sort of gauge that it may be intended, so it's difficult to try and sneak out and steal. Although it's not so heavy you can't lift it. It's just heavier than like the average key.
Yeah. Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you. All right. I'm happy to call the evening at this point if you like.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah,
Riordin's gonna try and sleep.
Awesome. And the stairs are just over here if you'd like to head up those.
All right, I'll head up for the moment.
Lily's running ahead with the key.
Follow.
I've managed to leave. I've fallen out of the ensuite facility.
Okay, let me. Okay, guys. Right,
It's like complete.
Stay. There you go. I copy and paste you over.
Okay.
You guys are now down here.
What was the? How did we have to go again? Room 1. Are there any numbers on the rooms?
I think it's at
Yes,
the end
there are.
that way.
Yeah. And Lily and Otto, as you head up there, you see a room and it says number 1 on it.
Yeah.
Head in.
Hey,
This is either some really thorough RP or I'm getting a feeling of foreshadowing.
That's awesome. And if you guys would like to head the rest of the night, you guys go to bed. And in the morning, sort of the sunlight shines through the windows, waking you up, sort of like a nice sort of early time.
Maybe before we go to the new day, I'll move into my vessel, Genie's vessel, and I'll drop some gear off there. But you can carry on.
Heard.
All right, Leon is up and ready to go.
5 more minutes.
Awesome. And you sort of wake up to the birds sort of making their morning songs.
Wait 1 minute, I'm getting a call. Sorry.
That's okay.
I need 5 more minutes of meditation.
Sweet.
Of France,
And actually, you sort of everything's very, very quiet. And Lily and Leon, as you guys both sort of look out the areas, there's sort of a little patch of green around this tavern. Although you do see some people up in the morning, and they're sort of opening up their shops, preparing for a day's work. And you also see you see a sort of a young lad. It looks like a pretty hot day. He's shirtless. He's a little bit sweaty, and he's pushing this big sort of cart full of hay, and he's sort of pushing it down the street, heading towards a stable.
I'm up. What's going on?
The morning is the best time, don't you think, Mr. Leon?
I disagree with that.
You do?
I do.
What is the best time for you?
Afternoon. Actually, no, evening. To be fair.
You seem uncertain.
Well, you know how it is. Sometimes it's better in the afternoon. Unless it's summer, in which case it's too hot. At least evening, you know, it's just the time of the day when the work is done and you're about to enjoy a well-earned rest. As opposed to the morning where you're, well, breaking your rest in order to go to work.
Alright, back, sorry.
No worries. Well, I believe we should eat some breakfast since I did. Can inform the barkeeper we're gonna do so, and then onwards to Vascala.
Alright.
And you guys start heading back down. And if you guys do need to use any wash facilities or bathroom facilities, they are around.
Oh well.
Alright, I'll drop twos.
Yeah, I'll freshen up a bit, but not too
Lily,
much.
you peg it down the hallway.
I'm just having a look. Just having a look.
Ever our feet going to the toilet before?
Oh, I love this. That's great. It is an ensuite, well, sort of.
It's a nice
This is
day.
They're the public bathrooms to use, and you guys will head over. Oh, there's two of you. There you go. And as you look around, Leon, everything's a bit more quiet. A lot of people have gone home. You notice a different person at the bartender. It appears the other tiefling had his shift end,
Oh.
and but the only two people you really remember of these two people down here, and they seem to be sat down there. They were there last night as well, and they have a nice big hearty breakfast. This woman here, she's quite a butch dwarven woman. She's eating a lot of food. She has a breakfast maybe fit for 2 or 3 people. As this guy on the other hand maybe has like a very small sort of bowl of oats, more on the skinny, slender side.
I want to go over and I want to ask him a few questions, if that's alright.
And you sort of approach the table, and the dwarven woman sort of looks at you and goes, "What do you want?" But the elven guy looks at you and goes, "Now, can we help you?"
Yeah, you seem like strong people. I was wondering if you're also going to the tournament in Vascala.
From the Scala. Well, we are going, although we aren't going as participants. We're going as spectators.
Okay, a shame. Otherwise, we would have met in the ring, I think.
Oh, I've heard it's a fought man against beast, not man against man.
Okay. Still, maybe they would have let me fight with the beast. I always enjoy a good round with fellow adventurers.
We're not too interested in fighting, but we'll be very happy to cheer you on, and
Thank
see
you.
you fight against whatever beasts they may have. I heard it's going to be quite a spectacle, and this dwarven way be sort of like chowing down all the food in sort of a piggish manner.
Right, thank you.
Excuse me, bartender. I'd like to order 4 breakfasts.
Oh well, hello there.
Morning.
I assume and this woman has sort of more of a posh voice, and she's wearing a dress, which you guys may know as a bit more on the fancy side of clothing, a little bit more expensive than average clothing. She goes, "Oh well, I trust you guys had a good night. My staff, my bartender kept you well attended."
He did, yes.
Oh yes, and breakfast. We have oats. We have fruits. We have fruit and nuts. We have sausages. We don't have any potatoes. It's more of an evening thing. Although we do have some toast and bread, some honey. We also have a little spot of jam. Very rare this is.
I'll take some fruit and sausage.
Awesome. And she sort of takes a note of it down on a piece of paper. And what else would you guys like?
I'll take the oats.
fruit, sausages, oats.
Sausages as well, and a glass of milk again.
More sausages, a glass of milk. Okay, glass of milk.
Yes.
I will have whatever you need to sell. And some water, please.
Some water, whatever we need to sell. Well, we recently got this import of jam. I'd love to get rid of some of that. Would you like some toast and jam?
That will be fine, thank you.
Awesome, some toast and jam. If you guys would like to take a seat, I'll have it out for you in around 15 minutes.
Excellent, thank you. If I may, do you know anything about the tournament in Vaskala?
Oh yeah, everyone's heard about that. It's supposed to be a fighting tournament, the first one they ever held. I've heard they've brought in some pretty exotic creatures from faraway lands. Not sure what they're going to be, but it's a pretty expensive entry. So whoever's running it must be making an absolute fortune. I've heard that they have 15,000 seats, and it's close to being sold out already.
I look to Lily and say, looks like we'll have quite the audience. Another successful
15,000
victory.
people.
And you guys would know that that's around about 15% of the capital's home population. Although you guys do know there's quite a few tourists flooding the capital for this.
And you're saying this is the first tournament of its kind, correct?
Oh yes, I believe so. But we've had other fighting tournaments in the past, but never with beasts as exotic as they're claiming.
Oh, thank you for your time. I walk to the table.
Excuse me.
Yes, hello.
Did the old man get home okay?
The old man? I'm sorry,
He
I'm
was
not sure.
he was over in the booth over there. I will gesture.
Ah, I'm afraid I don't know. You see, I work the mornings. You'd have to ask the tiefling fellow
Okay.
about that.
Well, he's not there now, so he's elsewhere, I suppose. Thank you.
And go sit down, and she sort of goes behind the kitchen, and some time passes, and she sort of comes back out, and with all the stuff. Takes her a couple trips to bring all the stuff, but she gives everyone what they ordered. She goes, that'd be a total of about a gold piece total. So
Lee pays.
Okay.
she goes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
She walks back around to the bar. And do you guys want to take a short break? We've been playing for around about an hour and a bit. So do you want to have a little quick 5-minute break? Come back at 20 minutes past whatever hour you may be on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's fine.
And type anything you'd like in chat. When you're back in the Roll20 chat. And you have your breakfasts and drinks.
Well then.
And the woman would also say, if you guys are going to that fighting tournament, anticipating you, if you guys need any weapons, I hear that Nathan Smithy has some pretty good gear. You may be able to have a look at. Although you guys look fairly well armed anyway.
Thank you for the tip. Well, consider it.
She sort of goes back behind the bar.
Now, if we're ready, our 1,500 fans await.
15,000, I think.
1,000 or 100?
Was it?
It was 15,000.
15,000 people in one place. It's going to
Wow.
smell very bad.
I believe it's
Good
open
thing
air though,
open.
so.
Right.
And you know, magic can remove smells and cover them and hide them and change them. I believe we'll be fine. As much as I
Magic
dislike.
smells?
Yes. As much
Oh,
as
I've heard of magic smells.
pretty sure Vaskala can manage, as much as I dislike the place. Shall we?
Sure. I
Ready
don't
to
know
go.
Where's the door? That's a window,
Door
isn't it?
I think.
It's like, find the door. Oh, that. Oh, right. It's a
Oh,
carpet.
here. The wave.
Awesome. And are you guys heading over to the Scala?
Yes.
Awesome.
We have time. We've time to go to the smith if you want.
I'm good.
Lily, can you use a short sword effectively?
I am trained.
Would you like to try out my short sword +1 for the tournament?
I would rather not, if that's all right.
Okay.
Just one mechanical question before we go to the tournament.
Go ahead.
I have aura of protection that's 10 feet. If we are in an arena, can you make sure that everyone can see my aura?
Yep. That aura is fine. Everyone can see his yellow aura, right?
I think you have to enable it for them to see it. If you're
let's have a
in
look.
my aura, you get +3 to every saving throw.
Let me have a look at that. Aura. Okay, does everyone see it now?
Yes.
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 Awesome. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, it's just handy to let people know.
Sweet.
Does it go through obstacles?
Yeah, wait, let me just ping it. That makes it easier.
Awesome. So, what would you guys like to do? The sort of markets are getting a little bit busier now. And then the road heading north towards Vascala is starting to get more and more crowded as the sort of last 2 or 3 days to sign up to this tournament, and people are getting a little bit excited about it.
Well, Riordin doesn't need anything, and he doesn't really use his weapons, so it's good to go. Straight to Vascala.
Yeah, same for me. I'm good to go to Vascala now.
Same here.
Awesome. And you guys carry on your journeys. And again, it's about 25-mile trip. Let's look at the long distance travel guide. We're going to make it 24 miles, so don't have to use an extra day. It's sort of, you have another day's worth of travel, but you do eventually get over to this Viscala city, the capital city of Viscala. And as you sort of enter into the city, there's some guards, and they sort of halt you. They go, "What business do you have in the capital?"
Hey, old friend. We're on guild business. Official guild business.
And they sort of have a look at your guild badge. They go, Forged Concordance.
That will be yes, yes.
Well, come in. You guys have a bit of a reputation.
Thank you. We work very hard for it. You guys have a reputation as well. You've done great keeping your capital safe. And I'm being honest here.
Thank you. And they sort of blush a little bit, and they sort of welcome you into the city. And this city is pretty bustling. This city is often has like a home population of about 100,000 people. The population's almost in the city currently is almost doubled. Well, not doubled, but it's definitely increased by quite a significant amount. It's around about 1.5 times the amount of people who are usually there for this tournament. And there's some like discussions going around about it. There's some people arguing over tickets as they're sort of running scarce. People trying to barter and buy tickets secondhand from other people for way more expensive than they were being sold for originally, and all that sort of business. And off in the distance, you can see this Colosseum as it sort of towers over a lot of the other buildings in the capital city.
Right, how was the tavern called that we need to visit?
The Demon Dog Tavern.
Yes.
And Lily would recall growing up here and having a map of the city that it's around about 2 blocks east of the Colosseum, down this sort of a rough-looking, not particularly well-kept alleyway.
Lily,
And
can you
the
take us to this tavern?
Yes, I know where.
Quite renowned for being a bit of a rough place.
Lily not only takes you to the tavern, she takes you down some back streets which aren't packed full of people bustling around, making everything slow.
Awesome, yeah. And you guys, it would have usually taken you guys around about an hour and a half to find it, but you find it in just under an hour, in around 40 to 45 minutes. Walking, because this city is pretty huge. But after around 45 minutes of walking, going down these back alleys, Lily sort of rushes you down. You do eventually find this tavern.
Excellent.
There's
Good
an
job,
even quicker way. It's an even quicker way, but you have to go in the sewer. I didn't think you want to do that.
No, I'm fine with the longer way. No problem.
Well, would be fine with me, but if the others don't want to.
No, we've already got there. I'm just.
I'd rather avoid sewers in the future as well, so that's good.
Awesome. And you guys sort of start approaching this tavern down
Jesus.
here.
It's a lot of people.
Oh, direct light. Did I do direct light on this one? No, I didn't do direct lighting on this one. Oh well.
We can see
But
the second
you
floor.
guys sort of approach the. Yeah. Okay. Let's say. Let's ignore that and
Sure.
pretend like you can't, because that's my bad. But you
That's
guys
fine.
enter in, and you see all these people, and upon entry, you guys walk in, and you actually get halted by this person here, who's sort of he's wearing a mask. He looks sort of a little bit inconspicuous, and he goes, "Hold! Whoa! What are you guys doing in here? Did you hear? This is for participants only."
Hello, mysterious corner person.
We're the future winners of this tournament.
That we are.
You guys are participants, and please call me Zane. Well, upon entry, you have to sign the contract. You see, I'm here to make sure every single one of you signs this and understands the rules. And he sort of passes you a bill of paper with his contract on it, and a sort of an ink quill feather, if you guys don't have one. Well then,
Cool.
if you just sign at the bottom here, I can let you into the tavern, and you
What
guys
are
can
the
stay here
rules?
until the tournament. And you go to look at the contract, and it's all in common. So if anyone can't speak common, good luck. But let's say I did it written down. Here we go. It reads as follows. If one of you guys would like to read it out, you can, or I can read it out to you guys, whatever you guys would prefer. Actually, I'll read it out for you guys. And it reads as follows. I hereby agree that once entered into the arena, the fight will end in either death or glory. I will not give mercy to those who oppose me, nor shall I expect mercy to be shown upon me. I reserve my right to refuse battle prior to entering the arena, and acknowledge that my right to withdraw will be terminated upon walking into the arena for each fight. I understand there will be approximately 2 hours of rest between each fight. I agree to not being paid if all 4 challenges aren't faced and overcome. I agree that I am only entitled to 2 free drinks from the bar and 1 free meal. Extras must be paid for. Fighting other participants is strictly forbidden. I am aware of this and agree to face the consequences if this or any other part of the contract is broken. Note, each challenge of the 4 will be harder than the last. I am aware of this and am aware that I can withdraw from the following fight if not feeling up for it prior to entering. Consequences of breaking contract include imprisonment, fines, and execution. Sign here.
Okay, I'll sign it.
Looks good. I'll sign it.
Awesome.
That's it. There's
And
nothing like hidden or any
that's
fine
it.
print or.
Or the consequences bit where it says execution is like maybe 2 or 3 sized font, but you guys can read it.
I sign it.
And just to out of character, everyone sort of understands the rules here.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Out of character, I understand the rules. Now, Lily's having a good think about this.
Okay, so Leon signed it, and he sort of welcomes you into the tavern. I think Otto and Riordin, you guys both said you signed it as well.
I did, but I
Yeah.
also want to ask him something after I sign it.
Go ahead.
Well,
So how long is
Too much.
this tournament going to last? One
This
day
is-
or?
Well then, this tournament spans across 2 days. We have quite a few participants here, as you can see. Although you guys will be fighting in the first day, and it'll be an all-day event.
Okay. Good to know. Lily?
And he sort of lets you enter, and he sort of turns to you, Lily, and goes, "Just need you to sign right here, miss."
So, what sort of things are we fighting?
Well, that would take away the fun, wouldn't it? Let's just say exotic creatures.
Well, did they agree to come and fight?
The creatures?
Yes.
No. We captured them, brought them here in cages, rolled them up for you, nice and aggressive. Give the people
Okay.
a spectacle of blood sport.
Lily, it's fine. I swear on my Paladin oath, I will protect you. Now come and sign the contract and sit with us.
I'm not worried about me.
Who are you worried for?
The creatures.
This is not a place for soft folk. The fight either ends with you dying or the creatures dying. No compromises. Says right here in the contract.
Lily, think of it this way. These creatures will die anyway. We might as well make a little bit of money.
What I think he
It is-
means is be merciful to them and end it quick. Also, these people are not gonna take innocent animals into the arena to fight us. Wouldn't be a good show. They probably found the meanest, most dangerous creatures out there. People killer. Eaters.
You see the cogs turning in Lee's head. And she takes up the quill and she signs.
And he goes, wise choice. It'll be a spectacle for all to see. Welcome into the tavern. And remember, 2 free drinks, 1 free meal, nothing else is free. Or you can spend the night here.
Cool.
And he sort of a oop,
Why the
goes back to his corner.
Did you catch that, DM? Sorry if I wasn't clear about that.
I
She's
really-
not signed her own name.
Oh, okay. He doesn't think much of it. He doesn't know who you are, so.
Yeah, how could he?
And you guys are still at a table. There is some sort of empty mugs and a plate eaten off it. It appears somebody else has already been to that table, although they've seemed to have cleared out. But this fella down here, he sort of looks a bit rough. As you sort of approach that table, he goes, "Hey, watch the pint," pointing to the pint towards the chair, sort of warning you to stay away from his drink.
Okay, thanks. A question for all of you. Just to see how this will go, all be front line. Who else is front line and who will stay in the back?
I will stay in the back and be backline caster.
Sorry, I'm Leon. Who was talking right now?
Otto.
Okay, Otto, what class are you?
Class.
Yeah, what? Yeah,
I'm a warlock.
War. Okay. Lily, you're a cleric, right?
Sort of. Is this in character or out of character discussion? I'm just
Out of character. Sorry.
yeah, that's fine. No, I'm a monk cleric. I can skirmish. I'm a good support close to you.
Okay, you'll stay somewhere in between, I guess.
I'll kind of dart in and out.
Okay, Riordin, what is your
I'm
heal?
a cleric. I can basically do spells and heal. Although most of my... I'm better at doing damage than healing. But I
Are
can
you
also
melee or ranged?
ranged.
Okay,
Although I do need to be
Good to know.
within 15 feet for some of my stuff. So I'm gonna be close to you, but preferably not in the front line, but I do have heavy armor and some ways of making
Okay.
myself hard to hit.
so try to let the enemies come to me if possible, tactically, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, if we're done with that, Riordin's gonna move over here, look at the ale, and toss it on the ground.
Okay.
Whoops.
this guy sort of turns shoot, and there's the guy's playing pool with this dragonborn fellow. Also turns around and he goes, "Hey, we got a problem here.
I don't know, do we have a problem here?
I think you owe my friend here a drink.
I don't think so.
Perhaps 2.
No.
Why you little?"
Hey,
And everyone
that is
goes,
my
"Come,
arms like
come."
passively.
Mm.
As trying to show my arms are open and I'm not doing any aggressive actions.
This Dragonborn here is gonna try and swing for you, but his mate here is gonna sort of hold him back, hold his arm back so it doesn't reach. And he goes, hey now, we can't break the contract. We'll give up our place in the fight.
Hey.
Leave it.
He's smarter than he looks.
This guy sort of turns to you guys and goes, these weaklings would last first round anyway. Don't worry about it. They'll get what they deserve in the arena.
We can settle it on a game of pool if you'd like.
Nope. We have dibs.
Oh, right. I see.
He sort of goes to Karen playing his game.
I'll look at them, and as they walk away, I say, "Aye, at least we know who's the smart one over there."
And it's the Dragonborn sort of gives you the scowl, and as this sort of commotion's going on, Captain Jack Sparrow's head turns a little bit. He doesn't want to get involved though, and a few of these guys up here sort of turn very, very, very sort of shortly, but then they get back to their sort of card and dice game of some sort.
That was fun.
Lily's watching the dice game.
Awesome. And you sort of start sort of leaning over on the dice game, and as you do so, this fella here sort of notices, and he sort of tries to hide his cards from you. He's like, "What are you looking at? Trying to cheat, are you?"
Oh, I thought it was a dice game. Sorry.
It's like cards and dice. It's very weird how it's played, and they're sort of gambling some money. They're very, very small amounts of money, mind you, but they are gambling some money here.
Okay, she's just watching the game.
Awesome. Yeah, you watch the game, and it appears that it works in a way where they sort of this guy here, which appears to be the dealer, who's the house, seems to put down 3 cards, and then the players roll 2 dice each, which are these 2 fellas here. If the 2 dice add up to one of the 3 cards' numbers, they seem to get back double their bet. And if it matches up to this 4th card here, which gets drawn afterwards, they get 1.5 times their bet back. Although if they don't get any, the house takes the money. And these guys appear to be losing quite a bit as this guy's pockets start to fill.
Can I play?
Sure, come sit down. Minimum bet 1 copper, maximum bet 1 silver.
Okay. But by my vows, you can keep everything I win, she says to the house.
I like how you gamble.
Leon is just looking at Lily and what are you doing, Lily?
Playing a game.
And why are you giving away your winnings?
Because I can't keep them.
You can. You are absolutely allowed to.
Oh, I know I'm allowed to. Could I have some cards, please?
Yeah, I'm trying to work out how to do it in the.
You don't have to worry. You can just meta it, Harry. It's fine. You don't have to invent a whole game just for my.
No. I know there's a way you can get cards on Roll20, but you can actually draw.
If you want to play with it, I'm up for it.
But I'm trying to find it, but I'm having a struggle finding it. So in the meantime, I'll just say meta it. So he's gonna draw the cards first before dice is rolled. So how much he goes? What are the bets? And these 2 guys are going to sit back and sort of get a gauge of how you bet.
Well, put 1 copper in. That was the minimum bet, wasn't it?
1 copper, yep. So you put a copper in, and he draws 3 cards. He's going to draw a 7 of hearts. He draws a king of diamonds, and he also draws a 4 of spades. And if you'd like to roll a 2d6s here.
2d6s. Okay.
3. Okay. And then on the last card, I'm just gonna roll a d6 on 5. Okay. You lose, and he takes the 1 copper piece.
This is fun. I'll put another copper on the table.
Awesome, and again he'll draw. This time he draws a 9.
What is it? You're trying to make me get the total
2,
equal to the card that you draw at the end.
So you can either get a. So how it works is the 3 cards there. So, so you roll 2 dice. If the 2 dice add up to a number of any one of these cards, you win.
Yeah.
Or if a single dice out of the 2 adds up to one of them, you win. And then on the 4th one, it's the same, but it's just a small amount of return.
Okay.
So if you roll a 9 total, or a 2 total, or a 5 total, or either one of the dice is one of those numbers on its own.
Lily grasps her little thing around her neck, and she says a little prayer. It is, grant me luck, she says, and I'm going to guidance myself on a sleight of hand check, if you don't mind. I'm going to attempt to substitute my charlatan's die for one of the dice.
Yeah, no, definitely go ahead.
Ooh, Lily is cheating. Nice.
So none of these guys can beat that, even if they tried. So you
that was good.
Succeed.
Okay, this may not help. So one of those dice, I can basically roll one of the dice. So I'll roll 1d6.
Yeah, and the other one you can just pick.
The other one I can just pick. So I'm going to pick a 1.
1, heard, and then your total comes up to 5, and he goes, you've won this time, and you double your bet, which is 2 copper, so you get your previous copper back.
Okay, I'll give the other copper to the house. Oh, again, please.
Sure. And in the meantime, of this betting's going on there, what else people like to do? While Lily's rinsing the guy of money.
Nothing's happening because I'm giving all the copper back as soon as I win it.
Yeah. So you guys sort of see Lily winning time after time after time. You guys, if you're interested, you can make an investigation check to see how.
Yeah, please carry on with something else. This is just silly.
What would you guys like to do? Yeah, the 2 guys playing pool are sort of just trying to ignore you quite clearly. Pretty angry at Riordin more than anyone.
Yeah, that's the plan. But
I was about to order drinks and wanted to ask if anyone else wants them.
I will say as well, as that commotion was going on, it did turn ahead of this guy down here, who was essentially some sort of commissioner, but he didn't get involved as it sort of got diffused. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, anyone else want some drinks?
I'm good.
I'm good for a moment. I'll wait in between the rounds.
Lily, want some drink?
Water, please.
Okay, I'll get you one.
And just to be clear, the fight will start in 2 days' time, but we don't have to roleplay it all out. So you have today and then tomorrow, and then the fight's the day after.
Okay. We'll order the beer and the water.
Awesome. You head up, and this guy's pretty busy. It appears this dwarven fellow over here has about 4 pints going at once. But he sort of comes over to you guys. What can I get you?
I'll take a beer and the water, please.
Beer and water, coming right up. They sort of passes you a little glass bottle of water and a tankard of beer. And this fellow here next to you sort of looks at you and goes, water.
Not for me. And who are you to judge?
Me? I am the great thief, Kalzar. And as he sort of starts flexing, he has sort of like very small little biceps. He doesn't look like a very strong fellow. He's quite scrawny.
Oh,
and unkept.
You're very scary.
But Otto, what you would notice as you head up is down here is the woman wearing the red shirt, the sort of large grey-skinned fella, and the horned fella, which you, if you remember, the halflings from your guild told you gave him a bit of a bashing.
Oh, okay. That's noted. And can I head over to the dwarf and ask him, is he up for a drinking game? Some kind of competition?
He sort of looks at you and goes, what sort of drinking game do you have in mind?
Just who can drink the most.
You're on. And he's sort of bartender, fresh pint, please. What have you got? Beer? Have a beer. And he sort of gets to the bartender, just sort of chucks some money over to him.
Yeah. One moment. I'll just go over to Lily, give her a water, and say, "Those are the guys who are roughing up these halflings." Let's head back to the dwarf.
Okay. And the dwarf sort of looks at you and goes, prepared yet? You ready to go?
I was born ready.
3, 2, 1, drink! And what we're going
Jump.
to do is we're both going to roll a d100, and then the highest number finish their drink first. So if you'd like to roll a
Okay.
d100 for me.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, you finish your drink way before this guy does. And he sort of gets around about halfway through it as you slam your mug down on the table, and he goes, beginner's luck, you only won because I had 4 other points.
Oh yeah,
Fella.
I had 4 pints today also. Another one, bartender.
Another round, eh? You want to go again?
I'll go again all night if I have to.
Bartender, another. And then again, 3, 2, 1, drink. And then again, 100. And this time he beats you, but just barely. He goes, ha! See, told you it was beginner's luck.
Okay. One final round, okay?
Bartender, 2 more rounds. And the bartender sort of gives you a bit of a concerned look as he gives you these 2 more beers.
3, 2, 1, chuck. Yes.
This one you wolf this one down. It's gone almost as quickly as it was given to you, and the dwarf just looks at you like pretty surprised. Actually, goes, huh, maybe you aren't bad drinker after all.
Uh-huh.
Respect.
Happy to. Oh,
And could you
you
go
were not
ahead? Could
Sorry?
you go ahead and roll me a con save after chugging down these 3 days? You sort of feel a little bit tipsy, but you're not quite drunk, or at least not yet. But you're still pretty much going strong. You're feeling all right.
Okay. Well, I say you cover my tab for these drinks, and maybe we can do this again tomorrow.
Perhaps.
Give him a nod and say good luck tomorrow, or in 2 days, or whatever the tournament is.
2 days time. Good day to you as well. Cheers.
Cheers.
And
So-
you turn around and say cheers in dwarvish. He goes, skull.
Cool.
Yes, it's dwarvish for cheers. Also dwarvish for bowl as well. But don't worry about that.
Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. I'll tumble back to the table, kind of sink into my chair. Dizzy.
And you might be feeling a little bit, like giggly, a bit silly, but not like massively drunk, but just a bit silly. And Lily, you've probably won almost every single game thus far, and
So Lily says, "Oh, thank you very much. This was fun, but a little bit easy, I think." And she'll retrieve her dice and get off the table. Thank you, fellows.
heard. And he sort of gives you a bit of a strange look, but as you're giving his bets back to him, he doesn't really mind too much. But the other 2 are just watching you, absolutely astounded, like, oh, I've got to learn how to do that. And Leon and Riordin, what were you guys doing?
I would just keep sitting on the chair, keeping everyone. Just look at everyone, see what kind of other people are signing up for the tournament, see how we would fare in comparison.
Awesome. And it appears you guys were actually one of the last to arrive. A few more people come in and sign the contracts, and sort of either go back out of the tavern or just head up straight to the upstairs sort of restrooms or bedrooms.
Well, it's been fun. I'm gonna go to take a sleep. To sleep.
Sweet. And Riordin, you can I'll drag you over. You sort of head up the stairs up to there, and you sort of see some more people upstairs. And yeah.
Oh, right.
Ooh,
I was
it's
trying to
kind of
figure out what it
level
was. Yeah.
And you can sort of lean over the balcony and see everyone beneath you, looking a little bit smaller.
I'm actually gonna step over here and look at these guys, trying to decide if I should do something about them or not.
Yeah, they seem to be being quite obnoxiously loud. Although everyone is in this tavern, to be honest, everyone's being a bit loud, a bit drunk. But these guys seem to be having a pretty good time drinking their alcohol, having a good old laugh to themselves.
Yeah. Don't really care about the halflings that much. They seem fine.
Yeah, they were halfling guildmates, but that's fine.
To each their own, and they weren't killed, just roughed up a bit.
Yeah, they weren't killed or harmed any sort of permanent damage. They were just a little bit roughed up.
So I'll make my way to the room unless something else stands up. Out.
Nope. These guys are quite happy in their own business.
All right. Time to trance, I guess.
Awesome. The door's just here. It's pretty difficult to see, but it's just there in the end.
Wait, which way does it go? Oh. Cool.
And you sort of take the biggest room and bagsy it.
Apparently, yeah. That's the goal.
Awesome. And what are the other people doing as Riordin sort of heads off?
Well, friends, I do not wish to miss the morning, so I will also sleep. And she'll find somewhere.
Awesome. You can just drag yourself over to whichever room you'd like, unless you'd like to speak to some more people up here.
This little one, I think that looks quite cozy.
And Otto and Leonin, you guys are the last two. They are sort of still maybe perhaps drinking some of your drink. These two fellows here are sort of finishing up on their pool game, and the tavern's still pretty busy and lively. And Lilia and Riordin up in bed, you guys can definitely hear the chatter and the laughter through the floorboards and the walls.
Well, Leon, you want to go sleep or stay here?
I'll take a nap, sure. I'm ready to start the fight, so might as well speed it up.
Yeah, I'm also pretty sleepy, so I will come with you.
So you guys head up over to bed, and you can just pick whichever room you'd like, Otto, up here. Drag you up.
Oh, now there's two autos.
Yeah. There you go. And you guys hit the hay, so to say, and you spend like a couple more days. Oh, there's two of you. They spend a couple more days sort of in tavern doing whatever, but it comes towards the day of the tournament. And so let's go ahead. Awesome. And you guys sort of approach. Oh, crap. You guys start to approach the. I've got two lilies and no Ottos now. Please do forgive me. But you guys sort of sign up to the tournament or the challenges, and if you guys are to look around, you can see this arena filled with people, all cheering you on, all excited. And there is an announcer sort of up on a podium up here, just above, and you can hear him say, "Now, these 4 people are here from the Forged Concordance, a well-renowned guild for helping people out around the Scala, as well as other places around the area. Will they be able to beat the beasts we have in store for them? This first challenge has some exotic beasts all the way from the wilderness in the rainforest. Are you ready?" And they're all sort of everyone's cheering on. And out of character, you guys have these 3 little vents here, and you guys can come out any one of them you'd like, and you don't always have to come out the same one. Any 3 of these little vents here. And then once you've sort of gotten yourself in a position you like, you can sort of go sort of 3 or 4 squares away from the vent as a starting position. Then once you guys are ready, go ahead and roll that initiative. Assuming you guys are wanting to fight, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you can choose not to.
Can you make the aura available again for the others?
Yeah, of course.
Ooh, decent initiative for once.
Not for me.
There you go. And you guys see the gates open as these creatures start walking out.
Also, I'll ping it. This is my feet. I have.
Tigers, oh my.
Sweet. And as these creatures come out, this tiger's first to react, as it's going to start running down towards you.
I see no tigers, by the way.
Huh. Do other people see
I
tigers?
can see them. Yeah.
I do not
3
see anything.
tigers.
Oh,
I'm
not
not.
again.
Here we go again.
Hey,
I'll reload the room. Hang on a second.
Okay.
It's always cats. It was on the last game. It was cats. I couldn't see, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think my character has selective blindness to cats. Cats, what are they? Never seen one. I don't think they really exist.
Cat skeptic.
Exactly. This happened last time, and we just could not get the cats to appear for me, like
No, we
at
couldn't.
all. Oh, no, it's loaded the wrong room. Oh, great.
Oh.
Okay, I'm working on it.
Worries.
So when you said, "Shall we fight?" were the cats already visible? Because
No, they would have come out after you guys would have entered the arena.
no, that's fair enough. I was just wondering how that worked.
Yeah, so after each fight, each one gets progressively harder, and you can if you find the second fight really difficult, and you think you might not be able to do the third one, as it is even like fight to the death, you can choose not to do it and go home. But as soon as you enter the arena, you give up outright, as per the contract.
But if we give up, we won't get paid, right?
That is correct. You if you don't overcome all 4 challenges, you agree to not be paid.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I see nothing.
If I move them a little bit, do you see them? Because that worked last time.
No.
Or wait, do you see these ones? If I drag out some new ones.
I see only the players.
Okay.
That kind of sucks.
I'm gonna have to go back to my amazing drawing technique again then.
No.
Let me draw some tigers for you.
Just any kind of marker for where they are is fine.
Awesome.
There you go.
That looks more like a bunny, but okay.
Can you see
I
them?
love it.
Oh, come on. Sorry, fellas. Let me just copy and paste these in their positions. There you go. Can you see those drawings, Lily?
I'm just trying another reload. Hang on.
Okay.
Yes,
You can see the tigers now.
I can see some very nice things. I
Is
can
it-
see the
is it
tigers,
like-
orangey
they-
things with whiskers.
Are they my drawings or the
They're
actual?
the drawings. They're the drawings. They're very good. I like them a lot.
In which case, let's go with the drawings, and I'll move both the token and drawings, and I'll tell you when they're bloodied. And anyways, this tiger here is going to go first. It is going to rush 80 feet forward, and ending its turn. Leon.
Okay, I'm gonna move one up. I'm gonna use my 2 regular attacks first.
Okay. A 14 shall hit for 10 piercing,
Okay.
and a 13 will hit for 7 piercing. Can't see the health bars, correct?
I can see the health bar, yeah. And
Sweet.
since I'm assuming these are easy fights, I'll just use my bonus action for my spear again. The Palora Master. You want me to ping it again?
Nope, that's fine. Heard for an extra 9 damage. And Lily, this one sort of up near Leon is now bloodied.
Okay. Is it my turn? Sorry.
Anything else you'd like to do, Leon?
Yeah, no, sorry. My turn is done.
Heard. And this one here is also going to dash up towards you guys. And this one's going to dash up right to there, ending its turn. I forgot to bring its rest of its face. And Lily, go
Okay.
ahead.
I will move up here next to Leon, and I will clonk the cat for non-lethal.
Okay,
Hang on, I'm going to get my character sheet back since I reloaded. I'll clonk him with my staff. Here we go.
Heard. And yeah, that will hit, getting him sort of a little bit bleeding. You hit him pretty hard, and he's
Okay,
he's
but he's still
looking
up.
almost done. He's still up. He's looking almost done though.
So I give him a kick. Oh, sorry, clicked twice by mistake. First kick only.
Cool. And yeah, on your first kick, you do kick him, and you bonk him so hard you manage to knock him out, sending him prone.
He's unconscious.
And seeing that he's unconscious and not dead, some of the crowd sort of goes, "Boo!"
Can they see that?
Good point actually. But let's say anything else that's on your turn?
That's end of turn. Thank you. Sorry.
Heard. And then this one up here is also gonna dash down to their ending turn. Otto.
Otto will put the hex on the tiger on the right,
Okie doke.
giving him disadvantage on, let's say, dex checks, and then will Eldritch Blast such tiger, or that tiger. Yes.
Yeah, that will hit.
So
That's 24, isn't it?
that's hex and 2 from the genies.
Heard. You did a total of 14 damage to him, as the tiger sort of rolls in pain.
Move over here.
Heard. You can sort of feel these like sort of sharp spikes really close to you here, and Riordin.
Lily, have you told Riordin this mission or the other one we did before that you'd rather not kill things?
I'm sorry. Could you say that again?
Have you told Riordin that you'd rather not kill things?
I don't think I've explained anything. My character has not explained anything about that.
Yes. I don't think you've done it the previous job we did together. Well, Riordin's gonna move over here. Raise his shield in the air. Say a small prayer to Coralon and cast... Well, summon Radiance of the Dawn. Where is it? Obviously making everyone that I can see immune to it.
Awesome. So who's that on? Is that on the 2 tigers?
Yeah,
Three
all
tigers.
3 tigers. And
Okay,
that's it.
heard. All 3 tigers. They'll all make dex saves. As this one is
Constitution save.
incapacitated. It's a con save. Heard. Let's do that. But it's going to go left to right. 1, 2, 3.
Alright.
14, 20, and 8. So the first two succeed, but the last one fails. It's half damage on success, correct?
Yes.
So this one's going to take 6 damage. This one that was previously unconscious on 0 hit points takes 6 damage, which ends up killing it. And then this one here will take the full 12 damage, causing this one to be bloodied, Lily.
And with my bonus action, I'll summon my spiritual weapon over there and bonk that one.
Awesome. I should have this token for you. You should be able access. I'm going to give you access to control it. Your name's Riordin. You should be able to control it now and move it around. And
Thank you.
That hits for 8 damage.
I'll then move over here and then my turn.
Third. Oh yeah, no, I got the token straight from 5e Tools. But this tiger's down. He's out. Leon.
Okay, can I step over the corpse of the tiger to get to him, or the wounded one?
You can, but it'd be difficult terrain as it's quite a large creature.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna see if I can hit him and then move back to the other tiger to block him.
I'm just gonna delete the face once they die.
If I move through to my party members, is it also difficult terrain or not?
Yes, correct.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. Okay, I'll hit that tiger.
Go for it.
That
And
misses, I guess.
11 will miss as the tiger sort of steps back a little bit, having been hit.
Ooh, natural 1 misses as well.
Yep, that shall also miss. Fortunately, but that's
And
24.
And because I like Lily, I'll make it non-lethal.
Okie dokie. Yeah, that 24 will definitely hit as you hit this thing down, knocking it out and prone.
Okay, and the rest of my movement I'll use to get back over here to protect my allies, and it's my turn.
Heard. And this tiger here is going to run sort of back here a little bit, and then do a big run up to you, Leon.
As soon as it gets to me, I get an attack of opportunity thanks to Palora Master.
Yep, go ahead.
7 damage.
Yeah, 14 will hit for 7 damage, and it is going to go ahead and pounce on you, or at least attempt to. It's going to try and hit you with a claw attack, with a 22 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
Awesome. So you take 6 slashing damage. You don't get knocked prone, but you do take the 6 slashing as it sort of tries to pounce on you, but you do stand your ground. Ending its turn. Lily.
Okay. He's going to sort of poke out from behind Leon and clonk the cat.
Sweet.
Clonk.
That would just miss.
Just misses. Okay, just going to spend a key point and go for a flurry. First hit.
That shall hit, causing it to now be bloodied.
And the second will actually be a... Oops, where's it gone? She will punch Leon.
Okay. I was confused for a minute there. How much HP will that be?
You get... let's see, I'll roll it. It's 1d4 plus wisdom, so plus 3.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, it's close enough.
Anything else like to do in turn?
No. That's it.
Third. And this one is going to make a death save. It fails its first one. And Otto.
I'll move over here, a little bit more sight, and shoot an Eldritch Blast at the tiger that is still standing. Well,
unfortunately, that miss.
That's my turn.
Heard and Riordin.
I'm gonna move the spiritual weapon, my bonus action, and bonk it in the head again. Today's spiritual weapon is, by the way, gonna be A giant flaming ball, apparently.
Nice. And that hits.
It's
Okay,
only
and they're
8,
fairly
but
low
still,
now.
Yeah. And with my main action, because I'm silly and might as well use this silly sword now that I'm about to sell it, I'll move over here, pull out my short sword, and stab at it.
Nice.
I fail!
And that just misses as the tiger sort of gets startled by the spiritual weapon, sort of making it aware that it doesn't want to really get hit by that. And they sees the sword coming. It just sort of steps back a little bit.
And that's my turn.
Third, Leon.
Does
And
13 hit?
Yeah, that does hit as you go to stab into it. And would you like to flavor killing this last one?
Yeah, I just want to stab it through the throat to kill it as humanely as possible. So it chokes on its own blood. That's not humane at all, I think.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah.
you do so. And it sort of drops to the floor as the crowd
And
starts roaring at this.
while I do that, I will stick out my hands in the air,
And they cheer.
feeling like a victorious conqueror.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they actually started cheering on the music bot as well as soon as you said that. So good timing.
I heard that. That's good.
Yeah, and they roar up and start cheering. And they with his tiger bleeding out, is anyone going to try and patch him, or do you want me to just roll the death saves now? See if he lives or not.
Riordin has no interest in saving its life.
It's fight to the death, right?
Yes, in the contract it did say I will show no mercy and be expected no mercy.
Yeah,
Glory.
I'm not going to break the contract. So I will not lay on hands the tiger. Otherwise, I would. But
Okay.
If it's just bleeding out on the ground, Lily will attempt to knock it out.
Okay, yeah, it's currently sort of bleeding out on the ground.
Yeah. Well, if it's unconscious, then she'll do nothing.
Yeah, it's unconscious.
Okay.
Okay, and it'll roll its last death saves. That's another fail. And then success. And it does stabilize, but as you guys finish and sort of wave off the crowd, some guys come into the arena and sort of drag the bodies away, thinking it's dead. They come and drag these bodies away, ending the first challenge.
that went well, guys.
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
Well, it's the first fight. The remaining 3 are gonna be increasingly harder by each one.
Yeah, that's good.
So
Give us a challenge.
we're gonna get 2 hours of rest now, I believe, by contract.
Awesome. And you guys sort of head back down as they sort of the crowd waves you off.
As we do that, I would like to harness divine power and get one of my my level 2 spell back.
Awesome. And there's some other people sort of in the waiting room. Some of them go and compliment you on your first fight, and you guys have 2 hours of rest prior to your other one for a short rest, if you wish to take it.
Yes.
We can do these all every time between the battles, correct?
Yep. So there's 2 hours in between each fight, so you have a total of 4 short rests in between each fight. Well, I think maybe 3.
Okay. Well, and I will take it.
I'll take it. Get my channel divinities back.
Yeah. Sweet. And then when you guys are ready, the 2 hours pass, and it comes time for you guys to fight again. And again, you can put yourself anywhere you want, sort of around these 3 vents.
Shortly before I enter, I will cast False Life on myself.
Sure, go ahead. And roll me a. How long does it last for? A minute? Or let's have a look.
An hour.
An hour? Banging. Yeah, do it. Sweet.
And yeah, I'll stay in this vent or come out of it.
Heard. And when you guys are in a position you're happy with, go ahead and roll that initiative as you come out to the crowd, and the crowd sort of cheers you on as you did so well in that first one.
Gordon's gonna raise the shield and do a spin, making sure everybody can see the star on
As
it.
you come in and prepare, you see these creatures come out. They are definitely more exotic.
Ooh.
I'm so sorry. I still see nothing.
Okay.
It's dinosaurs.
Okay.
One large one and two smaller ones, like
If
medium size.
if I screen share, or somebody else screen shares, maybe that would help.
I think
That's really
Lily's
hard
screen
work for me
sharing.
because I have to look at two
Okay.
windows.
Okay, that's fair. Let me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna put a black circle on where they are. So
I mean,
there's
I don't
here.
mind if someone else takes my token,
Smaller
I can
ones.
just give you instructions. It's not like Lily's going to do anything. She's not going to turn somersaults or anything.
Could you can you see those black circles to put on? They're sort of up to the north.
Nope.
I can't.
I can't see them
That's
either, though.
because I'm on GM layer. That's
Want
why.
me to screen share?
I'm actually the one streaming, which is like ironic.
Yeah, but should I stream?
I'm happy to play through someone else's screen share if you don't mind taking verbal instructions. And that might solve.
Can you see the dinosaurs now? Okay. Can you see the screen?
I'm just going to bring that up.
I put 3 circles on it as well, Ford. They just to make it easier.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stream, so that's okay. And yeah, I can see them. That's all right. I can see them on the stream.
Sweet.
Dungeon Master, will you be handling Lily's movement then?
I can
Yeah.
move myself. I'll shout if it's a problem.
Okay, thank you.
And sweet. Let's say let's get these rolled.
How high up are those spectators?
They're a good 30 feet up.
Okay.
Yeah, there are no creatures today that have a chance of getting out, especially with those spikes around. They've
I'm not worried
purposely
about
picked
that.
creatures that
I'm
can't.
worried about the fireball going awry and torching some of them.
Yeah. Anyway, Riordin, you're the first to react as these creatures sort of come out.
It's too good to ignore. I'll just fireball them. Good God, Coralon! Show me the light. Bring pain on the unbelievers. Now,
Oh, sweet. Okie doke. And let's do a deck saves. For the 2 smaller ones, it's going to be left first, right second on the deck saves. So they both fail, and then the larger one is also going to make a deck save, which it succeeds. So the 2 smaller ones. The 2 smaller ones actually. Do you want to flavour this as they get burned up, instantly dying?
yeah, they just disintegrate in a flash of light and fire.
Heard. And then this last one takes a 26 over 2, 13 fire damage.
Cool. And I will actually move. This is a pillar, right?
Yes.
Actually, no. I'm gonna pull back a bit and stay there. Because I know Leon can intercept them and he has the aura. I'm good.
Heard. Leon.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Shield of Fate on myself. Let me ping it. And I'm gonna move up a little bit to intercept anything that comes our way.
Okie doke.
And yeah, just so you know, if it would get to me, I can use my reaction to hit him.
Heard. And is that turn?
Yeah, that ends my turn.
Otto.
I will. Oh. 1 moment. I cannot move my token somehow. Oh, now it works.
Okay.
I'll move up here, so the big guy is in the range of my hex. I'll hex him, and then I'll cast Eldritch Blast on him. And the hex also giving him disadvantage on dex saves again. Or dex saves. Blast? Probably not.
Yeah, unfortunately, as you go to blast him, it just sort of hits the wall behind him.
And yeah, that's move behind Leon a bit. No. Okay, that's my turn.
Herd and Lily.
That's it. My turn.
Okay, sure. And and then this creature here is going to start running up towards you guys. He's running up straight to there to get.
I'll
jaws
use
free.
my reaction.
Go ahead.
That misses,
Which
I
is
think.
yeah, that just misses. As it runs straight for you guys, ending its turn. Riordin.
Just as I usually have my sword sheatheded, so I don't have any. I will move over here. I'll once again summon the spiritual weapon to bang the creature on the head.
Also, you can just drag it out now, I believe.
Yes.
But that hits for 9 damage. I'll make it big for you.
Thank you. With my main action, I will, well, test its wisdom by casting Toll the Dead on it.
Heard, and it shall make that wisdom save. As it gets a 7 on that, failing, taking that 18 necrotic, causing it to become bloodied.
And I will be moving here. That's my turn.
Heard. Leon. That hits. So does that, and so does that, as you deal a total of a lot of damage.
Enough damage, I think.
Yep, as you actually end up killing it, if you'd like to flavour that, as it actually dies on that second spear attack, and then that bonus attack, very much overkill.
Yeah, I stab it once, and while I pull my spear out, I noticed the heart of the dinosaur is still on my spear. So, yeah.
Well, and as they see the heart of the creature on your spear, the crowd love that, as they start cheering you on. As the announcer says, and Leon stabs out the heart out of the Allosaurus, and everyone starts cheering your name, Leon, 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 as they start cheering.
I'm loving this way too much for a redemption paladin. Just saying.
Well, I'm walking out the arena giving the V sign. I will also cast Harness Divine Power to get my spell slot back. And then I will pull out from my pocket my Pearl of Power and recover my 3rd level slot.
Heard. And again they cheer you off, and you go backstage. And again, the other people sort of cheer you on, give you a pat on the back as they sort of get ready for their own fights. And then yet again, short rest, 2 hours in between. Let's say type an X in chat when you're ready to get going for the 3rd fight.
And yeah, again, I will cast False Life shortly before the battle begins.
That's all sweet. Go ahead and do that. And again, just pop yourselves wherever you'd like to be. No more than 3 or 4 squares away from the vent.
This raptor works for us, I think. It just does.
He's just like hiding right behind Leon.
Awesome. And as these creatures come out, and I'll draw on the circles again if you can't see them.
I can see those.
You can see those.
The small guys, but not the big one.
Okay, I'll put a big circle on that big one then. 'cause
You got it,
the
you
big
got
is huge.
I'm keeping an eye on the stream. It's not too difficult. Oh, he's a big blue guy.
Yes, we'll go ahead and do that. And the Otto, you're the first to react as these creatures come out of the sort of doorway there.
Yeah, move up a little bit again. So it's in the big creatures in the range of my hex. Exit. Again, disadvantage on dex checks. And Eldritch Blast it.
Heard.
Oh,
Go for it. And that
nice.
is a
Great.
big hit, as the crowd
Ooh.
love that. They
Again,
love
fire.
it.
And
Damn.
then gonna pull back a little. Just hit
Excuse me.
Yeah. as you deal a whole bunch of damage as that Eldritch Blast rushes in as this thing like yelps out in pain, sort of almost stumbling back a bit as the crowd start roaring your name.
I
And
love
in fact,
it.
some of the people in the crowd actually throw some rose petals down towards you. In glory.
I like give some hand kisses to the crowd.
Sweet. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's my turn.
Heard. Leon.
I'm just gonna move up one space. That's it.
Heard. Riordin.
Interesting. Well, I'll raise the shield in the air, give the V sign to the audience, and then cast Bless on myself, Leon, and Lele.
Awesome. Could you guys, everyone with Bless, put a little yellow circle on yourself, please? And anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I'm gonna move over here. This is a pillar, correct? I forgot if you mentioned.
Yeah, it is a pillar. It's not as big as where the crowds are, but it's about 10 feet up. You can get some pretty nice cover behind it.
That's my turn.
Heard. Well, this fella here is going to go ahead and run down. Which one is it? It's on the left. He's going to run down 40 feet and is going to dash another 40 feet over to there, ending its turn. Lily.
Okay, Lily's just going to move up behind Leon and she's going to place a bond on Otto and herself. That's the, excuse me, 1 moment. Oh no, she can do three-way bond now. Otto, herself, and Leon.
Can you maybe tech that?
Yeah, I'm just looking for it. There we go. It doesn't stack with the Bless, but it basically means you've got Bless and Guidance. It's not concentration.
Heard. But does it stack with the current?
It doesn't stack with Bless. That's a server rule, but it's an extra. It's an extra layer of Bless. Basically, Otto, you're now blessed as well, and Guidance. And Leon, you're Guidance, and I'm blessed and Guidance.
So even if the concentration drops, we still have less.
You're still blessed even if the concentration goes down. Even if I die, you're blessed.
Okay. Nice.
Awesome. How many is that? Is that all 4 creatures as well?
All 4 creatures.
Or all 4 party members?
No, only 3 because that's my level of it. At the moment. So unfortunately, Riordin misses out.
Heard. And anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Lily?
Maybe just shuffle to there. That's it.
Heard. And then this creature here, not happy with that very, very strong blow he got earlier, is going to start running forward directly at you guys. He's taking the dash action to there, and that's as far as up he can get, ending his turn. Sort of getting a little bit closer to you fellas. And then this one over here is going to run to the opposite side, dashing over to there, ending its turn. Otto.
Yeah. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the big guy again.
And that hits for another 9 damage.
Good. And 1 moment. Hex and 2 fire. So 12 damage. And I'll move back a little bit. And that's my turn.
Heard. And Leon.
Okay, I'm gonna move up.
Okey-doke.
And I'm gonna shove it with my spear.
That hits as you plunge your spear deep into its sort of semi-armored body twice.
And
And
the
again,
last one, I'm gonna do a level 1 Divine Smite on it.
okie
So,
doke, let's stack up that damage.
Do I just use 2 smites to calculate damage, or how do you want me to do that?
Yeah, roll it twice to get the critical damage on that. So that's as you hit it. Oh, let me quickly add that up using the calculator. As you deal 48 damage to it, as the crowds starts cheering Leon, as a whole like bouquet of flowers actually gets thrown down towards you, but it lands about here because
And crits
they
you
didn't
for
throw it very far. But would you like to flavour it as you actually end up
Yeah,
killing that thing with that last
Oh,
blow?
he's running up to me. I run a bit over towards him to intercept him. I pull my spear out, and just when it enters its flesh, from inside out, there's radiant damage, and it just explodes everywhere. It just explodes the corpse.
Heard as the corpse just explodes as it sort of splatters everywhere, and the crowd loves it.
Okay, I went up half my move. I'm gonna use the rest to move up here, so as to intercept the flying insect.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Heard, Riordin.
Now, peek over the corner, cast once more the divine spiritual weapon of the god, and bonk it. If I keep, as soon as I can manage the proper spell.
Yeah, and that hits, sending it into the bloodied condition.
And with my main action, I will Ray of Frost it.
Heard as another critical hit comes into play here, as you almost completely freeze it over as it dies. Would you like to flavour that?
No, having it freeze over and just fall slightly on the side, that's fine.
And again, the crowd, you get some of the flowers thrown down towards you, and as you're actually close to the side, you actually sort of like a little bit like a raining, raining petals on top of you, as some of the crowd members whistle towards you.
I do a small
And
bow, and then my turn. After I'm moving a bit over there on the corner.
Sweet. And then this creature here is going to see Leon sort of coming up close to him, and he's going to spit at you for
Okay.
a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And make me a DC 13 Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
Awesome. So you succeed the saving throw, but you do still take half damage, taking that about 10 poison damage. From this creature's venom spitting towards you, and then it's going to start running back up here again, ending its turn. Lily.
One moment. Okay. Okay, I'm going to spend a key point to take Step of the Wild, which I can ping if you like.
Nope.
Basically, it's a bonus action dash.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to dash way up to here, and I'm going to say, "Don't hit them so hard, Leon." And then I'm going to bonk it with my quarterstaff. Here we go.
ahead.
Bonk.
And that will just miss, as this thing's quite small and nimble, and dexterously dodges that one.
Okay, just a second. I just want to measure my distance travelled. Yeah, so I can basically then run around behind this pillar, and I'll take the opportunity if it's going to do it.
And it is going to try and attack you as you're running off. I'm going to put the blue to show it uses its reaction, and it is going to it's going to try and bite you with a 9 to hit.
Miss.
Heard. Ending its turn.
End turn.
Or ending your turn, sorry.
End turn.
Otto.
I'm gonna move up a little, move my hex to the last living lizard, and
Heard.
Eldritch Blast it.
And 17 will hit for 5.
5 and 4 and 2.
For another additional 6 damage, bloodying this creature.
Full. And that's my turn.
Heard. Leon.
I just was able to catch up.
Heard. As that first stab you do ends up killing it, as the other 2 stabs are pure overkill. If you've had the flavor of
Sorry. Yeah, I see that it's biting people, so and it hurt me, so I walk up and casually just poke the wing so it falls down.
Heard. As you guys finish off these guys, pretty brutally here.
I believe it's dead, Leon.
Yeah, I think it's that. Is it wrong that I enjoy this?
Nope. And
You
again,
or your character? That's the question.
and again, you guys can go back, recuperate.
Yeah, I'll take a short rest to throw some hit die though.
Lily can give you.
Yeah,
3.
but save your. Oh.
I can give you 2 healing for nothing.
You get your key points back, right?
I get my key points back. You can have them for nothing. So have
Heal me,
2
please.
of these. So that's 2d4 plus 6. That's 3.
Ooh, I'm back at full HP.
Yeah. I'll
Awesome.
obviously also take the short rest. And,
Awesome. And then once you are ready, get yourself in position and roll that initiative.
The
Once
bless
initiative's
is
rolled.
gone, I'm guessing?
Yeah, bless is 10 minutes. You got 2 hours between each fight.
Okay.
And yeah, my thing will go down also.
I costed 4 life.
Well, at least I got 1 good initiative roll out of 4.
Okay, this is more in characteristic for my initiative rolls.
Awesome. As these last 2 creatures come out, and they appear to be some sort of creation here, rather than creatures.
Okay.
As this one here is sort of hovering or floating.
Interesting.
As this thing reacts first. As this is going to move 25 feet up, and it's actually going to go ahead and take the dodge action. Lily.
Right, I will again embolden. So let's just do that. Excuse me. And again, same thing, emboldening bond. So I will put that on Leon, me, and Otto again. So again, you're all blessed and guided.
Okay.
Awesome.
And then
Is that from God of War?
I'm sorry?
Was that music from God of War?
Oh, I don't know. It just started playing when it wasn't meant to be.
Oh, I see the sound. Okay, this time I'm going to just go. I think. No, I'm going to stick with Leon. I'm going to basically stay behind Leon.
Heard.
End of turn.
Sweet. And Riordin.
Well, such a shame this creature didn't move further away, I think. Yes. Such a shame. I'll move over here to Bindiora, and I'll once again invoke the Fiery Ball of Corellon and Fireball.
Heard. And you start centering it so they all get hit. And then
Yes.
make dexterity saving throws. I believe the animated armor gets advantage because of the dodge action.
Helping
I'll look
is
that up though. Attack rolls against you are made with disadvantage. I know that. And if anyone knows the role of dodge action, feel free to speak up or help me look it
Think
up
so.
because my internet's
I
being slow.
don't think it gets. I don't think it gets advantage, but don't quote
only
me.
if you had uncanny dodge, maybe. I don't think it was for fireball. I've looked on ways to survive fireballs myself. There aren't many. Since the saving throw.
Here
not
we
a-
go. Dodge.
Ah.
Yeah, no, dexterity saving throws are made with advantage.
Okay.
It says this. When you take a dodge action, you focus on avoiding attacks, they'll start their disadvantage. You see attacker, and you make the dexterity saving throws with advantage. You lose the benefit if you're incapacitated. Awesome. So make a dex save. And it's done with advantage. Making him succeed, and then the other fella is also going to go ahead and make a standard dex save. Which he fails horribly. So this first one's going to take the half damage, which is 27 minus 26, which is 13. As you deal the damage to him, and you do a whole 27 damage to this one up here.
Cool.
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna stay here. Enter.
Heard. And then this one here is going to sort of start flying up, and he's going to fly up, dash action 60 feet up to there, ending turn. It's sort of more hovering than flying. And also,
I'm gonna put my hex as a bonus action on the floating creature.
okie doke, and put a skull on it.
And of course, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Heard.
Well, watch out for your line of sight. Who's doing that?
Guess that hits.
He's got fine sight. It's
Okay.
off to the side.
Okay.
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, both of which hits, and it hits him sort of square on in the head. But he appears to not take any damage from the force.
But it's okay. That's sad.
But nor the necrotic, but it will take the fire damage.
Okay.
As you discover, it has an immunity to the necrotic and force damage.
Wow, that's unfortunate. I'll move here. That's my turn.
Heard. Leon.
Okay, I'm gonna attack him.
Okie doke. And the 17 will just miss as this thing sort of blocks it, but the 21 will definitely hit.
Okay, and the
Four,
other one won't then.
And then the 14 shall miss, but the
Okay, that's my turn.
but it hits with that 11 piercing, and as it is a magical weapon, he will take the full amount.
Yes.
Heard. And then this fella here is going to move 30 feet up, and he's going to take dash action to there, right in your faces, ending its turn. Lily.
So is that nearby thing 30 feet up in the air?
Sorry, this one.
I can't see them, so I can't ping them.
Oh,
The one that's next to me, this one.
Yeah, let me draw a little black circle for you.
It's okay. I can see it on the stream. I just have to keep switching windows.
Okay. No, this one's not flying. This one's on the floor.
That one's on the ground. Oh, okay.
And then this one's hovering only a couple feet off the ground.
Okay. Right. Then in that case, I will step in between, so I'm blocking it from Otto, and I will spend a key point. Well, first of all, I will hit it with my staff. So clonk. That is magical.
Yep, and that will definitely hit for 5 clonk damage.
Okay, and then
you send it into the blooded condition.
now this is a DM question. If I make an unarmed strike, and then am I allowed then to decide to spend a key point to make another? This is somewhat vague in the rules.
Yep, I'll allow it.
All right, so I'll kick it and see what happens.
Heard. And yeah, that hits for another 6. I don't think your foot's magical though.
It's not.
Although this one
I'm testing it with my foot.
This one appears to not have the same resistances as the other, taking the full 6 damage.
In that case, it's going to get kicked again.
And the 14 there will just miss.
That's my turn.
Heard. Riordin.
Well, this is interesting. I'm just gonna move on this side. I will once again invoke the spiritual weapon of Kurlo to bong the one next to me.
Okie doke. And the that 12 will unfortunately just miss.
Such a Oh well, Corolon has more tricks up his sleeves. I'll raise my shield in the air. And Radiance of the Dawn. Let me just check. 30 feet. Yes. I can find it again. Too many abilities.
Heard, and it shall make its con save. Is the
Both
other
of
one in
them.
range of that?
Yes.
Yes, heard. So this one will make it first, then we'll go to the other one, making a Constitution saving throw. This one failing, taking the 15 radiant, which actually ends up destroying it. And then this one up here will also make the con save for a 22 succeeding, taking the half damage of 7.
And I will tell Leon to stay close, within 30 feet. And that's my turn.
Stay close, like where I am now, or come back?
Don't go further away than 30 feet.
Okay, fine.
Heard. And this creature here is going to go ahead and try and attack you, Leon, with its
With
long
disadvantage.
sword. With the disadvantage, which is a critical failure. And he's going to go ahead and try one more time with a 10, failing also. And he's going to stay where he is. Otto.
Can I walk like this? 25 feet?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I will do that. And I will cast... Yeah. I will cast Burning Hands, so that floaty creature is just in the range, but Leon is not.
Understood.
Here.
Heard.
Oh,
And it shall make is it a save?
DC is 13.
Awesome. And what's the trait? Is it Dex, Con?
No, I think Dex.
Heard. And it's going to roll with advantage because of its not spell immunity. Sorry, magic resistance. And pretend you don't read the first bit. And it'll make that Dex save, which is a 15.
Okay, but it's only 13. The 2 doesn't count on that one.
Yeah, okay. And it will take the what was your DC again? 14. So it succeeds, taking half damage, pulling it down to 6 fire damage. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's my movement, so I'm done.
Heard. Leon.
Yeah, I'm just you know what I'll do. It's not hard to guess, I think.
Awesome. And yeah, the first one hits killing it, and then the other 2 hits also hit for the more overkill.
Okay, yeah, I'll just poke it until it's full of holes. And I yell at the crowd, "Are you not entertained?"
Yeah. And a couple people in the crowd go, "Woo! I love you, Leon. Woo!"
Thank you.
There's a few women and a few men sort of showing their affection. And there's this bloke sort of in the corner, and he sort of flexes his biceps towards you and sort of throws you a little love heart cut out bit of paper.
Riordin's gonna move the spiritual weapon over Leon's head to hover over there like he's holy or something.
Thank you.
It's a halo.
Yeah. That was the 4th battle. That was rather easy, unless I can't count.
Yeah, but you have to realize we're with 3 steals in this game. That's
I did
not
realize
fair.
that, but still.
Awesome.
I was expecting Yetis, man. Come on.
And yeah, and you guys can stay and interact with the crowd as long as you like after that. a last challenge being steamrolled.
What was the gimmick with these two? Because they didn't really attack.
Immunities, I believe.
What would have been the gimmick with these two?
Gimmick.
Yeah, what's special about these two enemies?
Oh, these two things you just fought?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. As you look at them, they appear to not be creatures. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. Only
I
if
think-
I was smarter than.
And I believe you have
idiot.
guidance from Lily as well.
You're still guided. You've still got
Yeah.
my blessing.
Yeah,
if you
it's
roll an extra D4 on that.
Lot of good that'll do you.
Hey, you're not sure. They're definitely not creatures, but you're not sure what they are.
okay. Like I know out of character, I think I know what they are, but yeah,
Yeah.
not going to meta game too much.
Well then, let's go get our cash. Our
Yes,
gold,
fine.
our money.
Awesome. As they go ahead and they finish cheering you on as you guys leave, and they you sort of head back towards the tavern where the commissioner was. Let's pop you in there. And and he sort of goes and gives you your payment for this, and he goes, "Ha! That was quite a spectacle. You guys, perhaps the best fighters we've ever had." And the other fighters sort of, some of them like cheer you on. They're very happy to see you, and others of them, especially these guys over by the pool table, are very, very angry and scolding, and not too impressed that you did so well.
As I pass this one, if he's still there, I'll wink at it.
You wink at him, and he sort of goes. He sort of turns to you and says, "Watch your step, boy. The contracts end soon, and I'll have you."
Promises, promises.
And go ahead and roll me an insight real quick, Riordin.
Sure.
He's bluffing. There's no way he's gonna go try and fight you after the showing you guys just did.
I'll let him bluff. It's fine.
But this guy comes up and he goes to hand you all a pouch of money each. As he hands you each a pouch of coins, and if you were to check it, each one would hold, I believe it's 100 queens each, but I shall double check.
Queens?
100 gold coins each.
That's a small price. Ah, never mind. I'm mission. I forgot. Actually, mine seems to be a bit light. Only 50 because I'm gonna go slow mode.
Oh no, I'm sorry. 150 gold pieces each, not 100. 150 GP.
Fair.
And 75 for anybody on slow mode.
Soon. Next one.
And he sort of he says, "Well, thank you for your participation. Anyways, this tavern needs to get back in its rightful order, and we shall be vacating soon."
I will pull out my contract and show him the creature part and say, the last ones weren't creature though.
They were creatures of magic.
Uh-huh. Well,
Can we get something extra for giving such a good show?
No.
Nah, worth a try.
are
So
these guys are still here, right? The ones.
yeah, people are still in here. Maybe not as many as before, but there's still quite a few people in here.
Yeah, but the guys who molested the halflings.
Yeah, they're still in there. But I didn't quite molest them, but sure.
Well, molesting the other turn, not that one. I'll
yeah.
nudge Lydia and say, those guys
They're
are still
up there.
there.
And
I turn to.
if you were to watch the fight in your 2 hours of downtime in each one, when you guys saw their fight, they are also very capable. They also did very well against their challenges.
I look at the guard, I guess, the boss, the chief, the one who
The
made us sign the
commissioner.
commissioner. Yeah. I'll say, I believe we are free of our contract now.
Yeah, you will be. Once the other people finish up, there's still a few fighters to finish.
Ah, very well.
It should be any longer than an hour or so from now.
Sounds good.
Very good.
Hello there.
And these two like sort of smallish gnomes. Wait, which are you talking to? Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, dear.
So who are you talking to, Lily?
I was going to talk to this person.
Oh, okay. She sort of turns to you and goes, "What do you want?"
I wonder if you could tell me what happened with the group of halflings from the Concordance.
Group of halflings? Don't know what you're talking about.
You attacked them on the road. Or something happened on the road. You had a fight on the road. Don't worry. They were okay. They seemed to quite enjoy it. I just want to understand what happened.
So you're friends with those little rascals, are you?
Well, I don't know them, but they are colleagues.
Colleagues. Well then, them and their big mouths got what they deserved.
What did they say?
They say. Oh, they killed my friend over here, Graw, which is this fella here. Pecky. And he did not like that very much, so he clobbered one over the head, knocked him out instantly.
Pecky?
Yes.
Is that a bad thing?
And he sort of covers his chest with his hands, sort of looking down, a little bit embarrassed. He goes, "Oh, don't mention my pecs!"
Oh!
He sort of slams the table, and the table actually cracks a little bit as he slams it.
I don't know. He looks kind of picky to me.
And he looks sort of insecure about it.
Please do not worry, says Lily. Everyone is a different shape.
Of pickiness.
It's like-
He sort of dismisses you. He's very sort of uncomfortable with this. He goes, "Get lost, as I'll clobber you next."
As you like. Well, so I'll just turn back to the this. She's an orc of some sort.
She's actually a Yonti.
Oh right, scary. Okay, I'll turn back to this person and say, "Well, no harm done. I hope you have a good journey home."
She sort of gives you like a semi sort of acknowledgement, semi dismissive nod.
I'm going to go back over here.
Riordin's gonna look at Lily incredible, say, just mumble, "Really? And since I haven't failed my dexterity rolls yet, I will try to roll off the back of the chair and come on my feet."
Go ahead. Roll me in acrobatics.
Hey!
Yeah.
Yay! Backflip.
See you later, Pecky.
Lily applauds. She's like clapping. She's like, "That was good."
Awesome. And we are actually 2 minutes over the maximum session length here.
I'm quite happy to stop whenever anyone wants. I'm just mucking around.
I am happy to carry on going on the roleplay though for a little bit longer, but if anyone does have to leave, do speak up.
Everyone seems cool.
I'm cool with
Yeah,
going.
it's fine for me.
I'm curious about what's going to happen with this goblin now. Like this guy.
Awesome. Yeah, these are two sort of smallish gnomes, and they're both sort of sitting at the small table, and they appear to be playing a game of snakes and ladders on this table. And they're a couple of old fellows. They clearly look very old here.
Snakes and ladders. That's
And
very funny.
they sort of don't really even notice you're there. They're very invested in this game.
I'm not going to interrupt them. I'm going to just watch them for a little bit.
Heard. And then one of them shells, "Ha! You're going down that long snake there, all the way back to the start." And everyone goes, "Eh? What did you say, Sonny?" And they sort of go back and forth, sort of mishearing each other.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to each of them and then repeat what they say to the other one using telepathy.
Okay. As you do this, these two elderly fellows start to get more and more confused as they sort of start stretching their heads. It goes, Did you say something? Or did I say something? What's going on? And the other one just turns around and goes, "What was that, Sonny?" completely oblivious to what he's saying. "Come on, roll the dice, it's your turn." He goes, "What? Why are you a noise?" And they sort of start looking around, and they actually notice you, Lily, and goes, "Is this you? Is this your doing?"
I'm just trying to help with your hearing.
"My what?"
I'll do it silently.
"Hearing? Nothing's wrong with my hearing. These good old ears have served me for 200 years.
They're very nice ears.
Yeah. You can't have them. They're my ears."
Okay, I'm just going to wander off, leave them alone.
Okay. And one of the other three people, you guys approach the bar?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to
And,
get my 3 drinks.
Awesome.
I was
and,
promised 3 drinks.
Yeah, he goes, what will it be?
2 glass of milk, please.
2 glasses of milk?
Yes.
Sorry, in this tavern, boy, we serve alcohol and alcohol alone, and a little bit of water every now and again. No milk here.
Boy, do you not know who this is? He just won the arena fight.
Yeah.
How dare you not bring him milk?
Well, you won the arena milk, you say? Arena milk? Arena fight, you say? Well, that sure is impressive. You're
That's
a
a great
great warrior. I apologize for calling you boy. However, we still don't serve any milk here. This place is too rough for it. If we got caught serving that sort of drink here, we'd have problems.
Can I have a glass of wine then?
Would it be white, red, or rosé?
Red. Like the blood of my enemies. Blood for a blood god.
He sort of pulls you out a glass of red wine, hands it over to you. And the wine's very, very viscous and maybe even a little bit lumpy. Like perhaps the grapes haven't been squashed quite properly. And Lily, you slip out, going to go look for milk supplies. And in the capital city, there's not a lot of farmland, although quite a few people from Harrow you'd see as you're traveling up on the main road travel, sort of especially farmers and that sort of folk, to sort of sell their excess goods sort of out of the land. So you can go and find a farmer's shop filled with different sort of bakeries, milk, eggs, flour, wheat, all that sort of stuff. You
I'll
can
come back
definitely
with
find yourself some
a jug of milk.
Awesome. And in the meantime, while Lily slips out milk hunting, Riordin and Otto. And also, you do notice your old drinking buddy still at the bar with too many drinks for one person.
Yeah, I'll ask the barkeeper what's the strongest drink he has.
Our strongest drink? That'll be our very own knockout Vonya whiskey.
Oh, that sounds good. I'll take one, and my second free drink goes to my dwarven friend over there.
Aye, And he sort of gives you this this glass. It's a very small shot glass, but it gives you a double up for winning the tournament, which is a total of 50 milliliters. And then he's going to go over into the dwarf and say, "This is for your buddy over there in the hat, small fellow."
Go over here and cheer with him in the tournament.
He sort of goes, "Ha! You did well. You did well. Thanks for the drink."
No problem. We'll be leaving soon. I hope we can meet again.
And he sort of goes, "Cheers. Do you remember? Cheers in Dwarvish."
Yeah, skull.
Skull!
And I chop it down.
And he's going to join you in the chugging. And he sort of stumbles back on his stool a little bit.
Oh. Look out there, fella.
And go ahead and roll me a con save as you drink this extremely strong knockout Vonya whiskey.
Come on.
Who is it right now?
As he's doing that, I'm just gonna go back. Friend, remember, the good gods are watching and provide guidance.
And you can add 3 to your con save, because I'm still
Sweet. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Otto, you drink yours down. You definitely feel something, but you hold your own here. It is extremely strong, but you do hold your own, unlike your dwarven buddy, who ends up passing out, smash face first into the table there, knocking over a couple of his pints.
Oh, fuck.
He gets knocked out from this.
I'll slide a silver piece to the bartender for the inconvenience.
Heard.
Does he look fine?
And he will accept.
The dwarf, I mean.
Sorry, what about the dwarf?
Does he look okay? Uninjured?
He's got a bit of a red bump on his forehead, although he has a thick skull. He's not bleeding or anything. He's just sort of snoozing.
Yeah, okay. I'll leave him be.
But in the corner here, you see a couple bards sort of playing their tune. And you see this bugbear bard sort of having a good old chuckle to himself at this dwarf being passed out, going, some people just can't handle their liquor. He's been drinking all day.
Apparently, yes.
And by this time, Lily, the farmer's shop was only around about 5 minutes down the road. You probably come back in.
She's coming in, but she's holding this great big jug of milk in 2 hands.
And you definitely get some sniggers holding this milk in such a rough tavern. And you also get some maybe nasty comments saying, "Why are you drinking that childish drink?
Who said
child?"
Who says it?
Probably this bearded fella here.
Okay, Lily will talk to him. She'll say, "Hello. Does it please you to think of me as weak?"
Oh, it does. Only such a weakling would drink a drink like that.
Oh, well, I'm glad to have brought you some pleasure today, she says.
Lily is too nice.
And she comes over and gives the jug to Leon.
I'm just gonna chug it in one go, and I'm gonna say to the beard fellow, we just won this tournament, little guy. Drink some milk, you might grow as strong as us.
You sort of roll me a persuasion or intimidation, depending on how you want to take this.
Yeah, persuaded and all even. Wait 1 minute. I'll be using my channel divinity for this. I have Emissary of Peace. So, +5.
Oh, that's a good
thing.
So 21.
Okay.
Also,
He goes. Well, I guess it can't hurt to try. And as he says that, sort of his 2 fellows sort of scoff at him, and he goes, "Hey, you shut up!" And he goes to ask for some milk to give it a try.
Okay, Leon, mission is done. He converted another one to the Church of Milk. And Leon says to Lily, "I owe you one, big time."
Awesome.
What? 1 jug? Okay, I make a note.
Yes, literally, yes.
Awesome. And you guys are free to head back to the guild halls whenever you want to.
I have a question. Can we shop around in the city a little bit on a mission, or is that not possible?
Yep, you can go. You can have a shop around in the capital city of Scala. They have a shop for almost everything. So everything you can buy from the quartermaster at the guild hall. You can buy in the city, same price.
Well, what I would been searching was like the components for Find Familiar, like.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, you can look around, and as you sort of head out and look around, if that is what you're doing, you find this little shop, and it's called Benjamin's Magic Gift Shop and Component Store.
Cool, I'll head in.
Awesome. And as you head in, you sort of see this sort of dragonborn fellow. It seems to be a white dragonborn wearing sort of red and yellow robes and a sort of a hat with a walking stick staff with him. And as you walk in, it's a very small shop, sort of like a little bit of a corner shop, but there's always different magical knickknacks around, and there's a component shelf as well. And he goes, "Ha! Welcome to Benjamin's Shops of Magical Wares and Craft and Components. What can I do for you today?"
Well, I've been looking for some components and also a brass brazier to buy.
Brass brazier? Oh, we have that over in the wizardry shelf. It's over on the left side of the shop.
And also charcoal, incense, and herbs.
Oh yes, we have that. It's over in this trunk over here. And he sort of pulls out like a massive chest and slams it onto the counter and opens it up, and it's filled with all these different components, including the ones you've labelled.
Wonderful. I will purchase herbs, incense, and charcoal for 30 gold and the brass brazier.
And this is what he looks like. I just found the token for it now.
Wow.
D&D is kind of weird because it says you need to burn the incense in this brazier, which isn't anywhere listed as an item. So it's like,
It isn't. It's
not.
If you, yeah,
I think it's right that it's in a component pouch, like added.
If
But I don't have one.
if you are indeed buying this, just do it in the Discord, and I'll say the brazier comes with it
That makes sense.
on the house.
Free brazier, free gift brazier with every purchase of incense. There you are. Perfect
Yes.
solution.
That's the Benjamin's code of conduct. It's how we make such a big business here, as one of the top magic shops in all of Escala.
Sorry, what? In the Discord, you said?
Yeah, in the Discord, I think it's called Market Caravan.
Yeah, you'll have to log your purchase in the Market Caravan channel.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If you look in it, you'll see how people do it.
Market Caravan.
It's hashtagged in the game too. Thanks, Mike.
Oh, thanks.
Just check out how other people write it and write down your purchases there.
Wonderful. Thanks. Yeah, that would be my shopping trip.
Awesome. And you guys what's up?
Just as a player, I probably shouldn't play for much longer because I'm supposed to take a rest shortly.
Okie dokie.
I'm
Yeah,
never
you
going back to the guild.
guys are currently in the capital of Scala, doing some shopping and bits and bobs, and it's another 2-day journey back, which would consume another 2 rations on your way.
Lily will actually stay behind, and she'll say goodbye to her companions in the town, if that's okay with you, DM.
Yep, sure.
She's got some business to take care of.
That's absolutely fine.
Cool.
But then if the rest of you are heading back, I'm going to speed this up a bit as we're 20 minutes over.
Yeah.
As the rest of you are heading back, you get back to the guild hall, and you guys get your badges. And Lily, you'll get your badges whenever you return, but you can have them now.
Yeah, oh yeah, it'll work out. Don't worry.
Every iron, which is currently none of you, for this. It's 2. The bronze in the parley, you get 3 badges, and the silvers get 1, unless somebody was on slow mode. I believe
Steel
that's
and Riordin.
steel. Is that
Oh.
half a badge? I'm not sure how it works.
They get half. Yeah, get half a badge.
Yeah.
I really couldn't handle getting half a badge. Like,
Yes,
I would
half a
just
badge.
say no.
I
Thank
think you have to. I think you have to.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can't
half a
choose
badge.
not to.
Yeah, but half a badge is like.
Mike's saying 1 badge for punch down. Even if you're slow mode. No, not even if you're slow mode.
Oh wait, sorry, I forgot I was punching down. No slow mode.
We've got a slow punch down there.
I forgot.
Yeah, we've got a slow mode punch down. Yeah, you
It's
get
not-
half.
I forgot. Can I not be slow mode? For some
Yeah.
reason, I kept imagining we're doing steel, probably because we have 3 of them. in the party.
I think we started out with an iron, but he got
Yes.
chucked out.
Yeah, you get soaked out.
Yeah.
You're right.
Anyway, and that will be game. Also, I do have a combat for the 4th combat, which I originally had but changed it because I thought it'd be too hard. If anyone wants to stay in combat, test out of me at completely non-canon, so no chance of character death. or
Yeah,
anything
I
like
want to try that
non-canon.
actually.
I could stick around for another 10 minutes to do a test.
And
if you want.
another thing is, does anyone have any feedback for me? If not, that's absolutely fine. If you do, please feel free.
I do.
Go ahead, Lily.
I really had fun. Obviously, the combats were really we hardly got scratched. It's hard for me to tell, really, whether that's just because we're putting out too much damage. I guess that level 5 is a big step up. So those people with level 5, 1 class at level 5 are probably putting out loads more damage than your irons would do. And that's probably the main reason that we put things down too fast. So it's difficult to judge. But in any case, I had a great time because we spent lots of time doing kind of free-form roleplay in travel and bars, and I really liked that. So that was good fun.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for the feedback. Does anyone else have anything they want to say?
Well,
You
Go
go
ahead.
first.
okay, I second what Lily said. It was very cool that we had a lot of roleplay. I think the combat encounters were very interesting, but in this constellation, it was a little bit easy, but that's not on you. You've obviously not planned on getting almost all steals. But yeah, it was probably the best mission I've played so far on the server.
Oh,
that's
thank
nice.
you, man. I appreciate that a lot, buddy. Does anyone else have any feedback for me?
Yeah, a bit the same as the rest. It was a fun mission. I like that indeed you put a lot of effort in the roleplay that was non-essential. Like usually when you go on a mission, you just pass by the Haroon, but you actually put in the effort to even say, yeah, if you want, take a toilet break. It was small things like that give the game immersion, and I do believe if you do the combat with like only irons that don't have a good party composition, it can be deadly because a few bad rolls and the enemies, like if I would have failed my constitution save, the poison damage would have been a lot.
Yeah, true. Also, the fireball killed a lot of the things before they managed to get anywhere near to you guys. But some of those
Yeah.
things hit pretty hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because of
indeed. So
of the glass cannons.
we had a lot of damage output, and I also had a lot of AC. So that combination really made the mission easy for us. But I do not think you should adjust the mission because if you have irons that aren't optimized, you'll steamroll them.